Yo. So when you hear that, time to get freaky. Raw film today. I promised that we was gonna come back and bring y'all that raw film. So, I want to make sure, obviously, I don't want to be the bad guy, but I have to lock into some areas and just make sure that it's not what I hope it's not.
So say good night to the bad guy.
Yeah, I don't want to be the bad guy.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
Yeah. So I need to look at some stuff because I'm going to look a lot closer today live because, it's been some stuff out there that we need to verify, right? One of my favorite sayings is trust but verify, and I really do that. So one of the reports out there is George Pickens took too many plays off last night. So we go take a look at that. That is something you can verify. Okay. And from the plays that I looked at from this clip, I did also agree with it. Right. So I'm going to look a lot closer. Okay. That's important. And judge what need to be judged, because it's important that people have the right effort, because if you're not coming off the ball until the ball is coming your way, you giving a clue to the secondary. I hope everybody understand that you leaving a big clue to the secondary. So one of the things I always look for, okay, I always look for consistency with receivers with their effort on run plays as well as pass plays. For instance, when I was playing cornerback at all levels, right, college, Division I, high school, whatever, receivers would give it away. Even how they came out the huddle. Okay, so receivers sometimes, you try to look at everything to get a clue of what's coming. So if you watching receivers and they coming out the huddle slow every time it's a run play, that's a clue, and it allows you to gear up for what's coming. But then if they coming out the huddle, I'm just giving you an example, and when their players call, they come out enthusiastic. You like, they gave it away from their body language. I'm serious. I looked at all that and I was right a lot. So your better receivers are very consistent. They coming off the ball the same, whether it's a run play or a pass play. So I got to take a closer look at that. And we go take a look at that together. Another thing we go take a look at today is the one tech, right? And we go take a look at the depth. It's important that we take a look at the depth because Clark is already coming out to be what he was advertised to be. He passed the test. Clap it up. Clap it up. He passed the test. So a lot of people go do content and highlights about what's good. Unfortunately, when you're trying to win, you have to sometimes highlight what could be bad. Now, I don't know what this one tech is going to really look like when I look at it up close. I don't. Okay, I don't. So I'm going to see right now, and that's why I call it raw. We going in with no protection. I don't know what I'm getting ready to see. Because when you watching the games, right, let's be honest, when you watching the games, you usually not watching with a scouting type of eye. You more so kind of watching the flow of the game, and you watching stuff that's happening around the ball. You're not specifically maybe watching a particular position. Okay. So that's what we gonna do we will actually take a real close look at the one text. Another thing we're gonna take a look at that's super important. We're gonna take a look at the plan that they have of 3-tech, 1-techs. So we gotta look at Solomon, when they played him in the 1-tech position. Okay. So we go look at that and we go really hone in on him, and we go really judge his play when he was deep in the trenches. Okay. At the 1-tech position. So y'all just kind of sit back for a second. Let me get everything set up. I'll be right back. Y'all sit back, man. We finna getting ready to go through this film together. Yeah. All right. So let me get where I can see y'all comments and we go kick it off. Y'all give your boy Boss a second to set that up. All right. Boy, that Digital Underground be rocking. Man, that Digital Underground is rocking. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, so I can see y'all comments now. We ready to ride. All right, so the first person that I'm gonna start with, and before I start, when we do these film breakdowns, I don't get paid because some of these clips might be owned by the NFL. And so if you pull up one clip that, like let's say Baldy did a highlight. If Baldy did a highlight where he featured something, you can do all hours of film, but that one clip will cause the whole video to lose all its monetization. So for people that appreciate these films, the way that you can help me continue to do this is with that CashApp. The CashApp. Don't super chat today because it's not gonna go to me. If you appreciate this content that we're getting ready to do, because it's gonna be raw and real, and I'm gonna be very honest on what I see. Okay. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna see, but I'm gonna be very honest on what I see. Okay. If you appreciate it, hit that cash app. All right. You can also Zelle me too. Zelle is the same thing. Boss Cowboy Sports. All right, here we go. All right, so let's get into the film. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up Pickens. That's the first one I want to look at. I'm pretty sure that's the first person y'all want to look at too. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at him as he's on the field. Okay. And I'm not gonna look at it from the end zone. I'm gonna look at it from the sideline. That should show us everything that we need to see. Okay. So here we go. Hold on real quick. I'm setting it up now. Give me a second. All right. Okay, I got it now. All right, and we go look at all the plays, y'all. That's how I roll. So here we go. All right, so let me get this out the way. So we got Pickens at the bottom. I don't know if it's a pass play or running play, but either way, we gonna learn from it. We gonna learn a lot about him. So we got Pickens at the bottom, right here. Here we go. Pass play. All right. Good catch. Next. Okay, we got Pickens again at the bottom. Running play. Chilling. Came off the ball, chilling. Kind of friendly, being honest. That's friendly to me. And see, I'm gonna show a few of these plays, then we go talk about it. Y'all give me 1 second. So we got Pickens at the top. Right here. All right, here we go. And see, I'm looking at every play. This is every play where he's on the field. So it's play action. To be honest, he looked like he coming off the ball slow. It's like you could tell he not getting the ball, because he likely was a decoy. I don't like that. Just being all the way honest with y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't like that. Especially when it's a passing route. It's almost like you can see when the ball not coming his way. Okay. So we got Pickens at the top. Let me get it to where y'all can see it. Really nothing. All right, so now, okay, hold on real quick. Get my head out the way. All right, so we got Pickens right here. Running play. Yeah. His body language clearly shows when it's a running play. He comes off the ball real slow when it's a running play. So Pickens is the type of guy where his body language is giving away what's going on. He gives the defense an advantage with the way he comes off the ball. So at the top, pass and play. Let me go look at that again. So Dak was scrambling. Let me look at what he started doing when Dak was scrambling. All right. Route is lazy. Okay. See, when your quarterback is scrambling, you got to go find space. Your quarterback running for his life and he chilling. I'm not crazy. Your quarterback scrambling, he chilling. That's not good a sign. So we got Pickens at the top. Yeah. All right. Now, this is why this is important to have this conversation. Okay. Because see, you need to know what your head coach said. Listen to your head coach.
Kyrie Elam, some of these guys, if those guys.
Ed Werder, WFAA, you talked about creating a physical identity and your determination to emphasize running the football. But if you look at this team, it looks like it's best equipped talent-wise with the quarterback and the receivers to be more of a passing team. How do you reconcile that and create the right approach?
Yeah, that's a good question, Ed. It's fair. Again, you have to play physical in everything you do. Like throw physical in everything you do. That's a good question, Ed. It's fair. Again, you have to play physical in everything you do.
So, Vach always says, take notes because this is going to be on the test. What is the standard of your head coach? Is it physical sometime? Is it physical when you feel like it? Or is it physical in everything that you do? What is the core that your head coach wants? I'm just asking a question. Let me see if I heard him right.
That's a good question, Ed. It's fair. Again, you have to play physical in everything you do.
So, if I go look at this play, was this physical in everything? Let me continue to listen to the head coach.
Like throwing the football, you have to be physical, whether it's the protection aspect, the backs picking up blitzes, chipping some of the edges, receivers playing physical to create separation. Receivers playing physical to create separation. Dak standing in there taking shots when there's free runners and things like that. But look, we want to be balanced. We want to run the football. There's got to be marriage between your runs and your passes. That's part of it. And then, again, you got to be ready to adjust. And you can be very physical as a football team and not just do it running the football. You can do it other ways, and not my statement, but somebody told me during the interview process as we were putting our staff together, they said the way that you can tell a physical football team is by looking at the smaller skill guys.
Did y'all take notes of what's going to be on the test? Did y'all take that note? Did anybody take that note down? How can you tell a physical football team?
Physical football team is by looking at the smaller skill guys.
So, how does Shotty judge, and how do we know if we have a physical identity according to Brian? Is it your running back? Is your offensive line? Is it how hard your linebackers hit? Is it how your one tech is able to hold up at the point of attack? Is it how the safeties knock out receivers on post routes? Or how does he judge, and how does this staff judge if this team is physical or not? How?
And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical-ass football team. And I love that. I say it all. And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical-ass football team. And I love that. And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical-ass football team. And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical-ass football team. And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical-ass football team. And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical-ass football team.
If those guys play physical, hold on, let me see if I can do it like he did it. If those guys play physical, then you are a physical football team. So if those guys don't play physical, then what type of team are you? Can we do it backwards? Damn, I hate when I gotta be the bad guy based on truth. Cause I know how Cowboy fans are. Boss, this is negative. Pickens gonna be a dog. It's like, damn, bro. Like, I really want to be able to just say what the film say, bro, without crybabies. Cause this is how you get better. You gotta say what you see, bro. You can't be no. Like Luke kept saying on one of his film sessions today, I don't have no agendas. I love that. Cause some people go do film with agendas where they're gonna show you clips to make you feel good and make you excited. They gonna show you Clark and they gonna show you all the good things, the Dak throws. The real things is what's gonna make us better. So you gotta go into those areas to where we not where we need to be. And it's like, I'm the one that gotta do that.
So say good night to the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. What'll I make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth.
Hold on, man.
Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.
Man, I'm finna kill him.
Come on.
I got this big ass fly. And he on my light. That's gonna be an easy kill. Y'all give me 1 second. I got him. one attempt. One attempt. Got him. All right. But can we answer that question though? Just keeping it real. Can we answer that question one more time? If the small guys and how they play means that you have a physical football team, what if the film is showing that they not playing physical? What does that say about your football team? And who should we hold accountable to that? Should we hold Brian to his standard? I think so. I think so.
During the interview process of as we were putting our staff together, they said the way that you can tell a physical football putting our staff together, they said the way that you can tell a physical football team is by looking at the smaller skill guys. And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical-ass football team. And I love that. I say it all the time. And so when I watch CD.
So if he said all the time, what does that say if we not seeing it from the receiver group? Damn, I gotta be the bad guy sometimes. I'm just, goddamn. But this is how you improve. I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm hearing the standard that you laying out, right? I'm hearing it. But then so far, I'm not seeing it. So if we supposed to expect this from the small guys, shouldn't we really expect it from your biggest receiver? If the standard of if your team is physical is the small guys, then that absolutely means we should expect it from your biggest receiver.
Play and work in practice and dig out safeties and stuff like that. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Or Kavontae Turpin, or Kyrie Elam. Some of these guys, if those guys are physical, you probably have something pretty cool going on.
Okay.
Cool. Again.
What do you want your offensive identity to be?
Physical.
What do you want your offensive identity to be?
What do you want your offensive identity to be?
Physical.
So I want to play that so we can all be on the same page as we just watching this. Because your receiver's supposed to be the standard of the team. It's one thing I promise you that you go see with San Fran, with all the receivers. I'm serious about this too. It's one thing you go see from San Fran, you go see physicality from every receiver. And I don't want us to be a team full of talkers. I don't want Brian to be that guy that sounds good when he say it, but it's actually not what he's saying. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, we need to see that product, and somebody need to be talking about this type of stuff. And I guess it gotta be me. I guess I'll be the bad guy. Cause I'm gonna be honest on what I see. Especially because I told y'all before, I played with a real dog receiver. And I know when you out there really trying to be physical. This is the opposite of physical. This is barely doing your job, to be honest. Like, I at least want you to square up on them. Even if you don't lay them out, square up on them and put a hat on them. Drive your feet. Now, he might get off of you. See, okay. This is a perfect example. Let's just look at the difference. Look at CeeDee Lamb. Who's smaller. Look, it's a running play. Let's see what CeeDee Lamb does. At least he doing something. You see what I'm saying? Is it really just rough and mean? No. But it's better than what's at up top. Let's be honest. Who has better effort out the two? Okay. I'm going to keep going because, Okay. I don't mind being a bad guy. It's what it is. I want to win. So I'm going to just say what I see. And then it's up to us if we go actually hold people accountable. So we got Pickens at the bottom. Another running play where he's completely chilling. Don't get his hand on him or nothing. My boy say you grasping at straws with Pickens. I mean, Coach G, it depends on the coach. You got coach by your name. Some people cool with this. I'm not. And if I'm the coach, I'm wanting you to get a hand on them boys. I'm not cool with it being a running play and you not even at all trying to hold up. Okay, let me explain something. As a cornerback, right, one of the things that you're supposed to do as a receiver is make it hard on me to get on a pursuit angle to that running back. So let's say if they run the ball, right, to the left side. And I'm the left corner. No, hold on. I'm the left corner and they running to their left, okay? I'm on this side. If that receiver don't get a hand on me, I have a clear pursuit angle if that running back breaks. But if that receiver is trying to make it hard on me by just staying with me the whole time, just blocking on me, even if it's not clean, you making it hard for me to get on my pursuit angle. So if that running back breaks and that receiver doesn't touch me, he made it easier on me to make the play. And I guarantee y'all, some of y'all, even though you got coached by your name, I guarantee you ain't never been around no real dog receiver. I have. And I've been around real ones. People that took pride in blocking and doing the whole job. If you want to see, I can give you a perfect example. You want to see somebody who actually did their whole job? Go watch Tank Dell when he was in college. Go watch Tank Dell, watch him block and watch him on running plays and watch him when he's playing receiver. See if his effort is consistent on both of them, and I guarantee you it was. I even reached out because I've been talking about this guy for the last 2 days, my boy Jerry and James. Let me pull him up again. I've been talking about this dude, and I literally called him regarding Tank Dell. I called him, doing my film analysis, and I said, "Hey, bruh," I said, "Did you ever look at Tank Dell from U of H? Because he went to U of H with me, and he was a dog." So put it like this. He said, "Let's not assume Pickens does not block." Coach, I'm showing him not block. This ain't no assumption. I'm showing it. I'm showing soft ass blocking. This ain't no assumption. All right. So I called him. I'm going to keep going. So I called my boy, and his name was Tank. My boy Jerry and James, his name was Tank. We called him Tank. His real name was Jerry and James. And I called him. I said, "Hey, man, you ever check out that receiver from U of H?" He said, "What's his name?" I said, "His name Tank Dell." He said, "His name Tank for real?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "He a dog." He said, "I ain't got to check about Sly." He said, "Dog, any receiver named Tank a dog." So anyway, and see, this is the issue with me. Once I see the standard of how to do it, I'm not gonna let you do it way less than what I saw. Way less. Put it like this: when I was playing with this dude right here, he was. See, you know what a crackback is, Coach. You know what that is. So a crackback is, for people who don't know, what a receiver's supposed to take on a linebacker. So let's say if they running the ball this way, the receiver that's on this side, he comes down to take out the linebacker. So they running the ball this way, but the receiver comes this way to knock out the linebacker. Usually, most receivers hardly even try. They might get in the way. My boy Tank at practice at 190 was taking on linebackers that weighed 240, and it was every day, and it was all out. He was hitting dudes 240 so hard that we had a defensive meeting, and we literally said, "Bro, there's no way we can let a receiver hit harder than us." We literally had "Hey, bro, y'all see what he doing?" Like, if a running back come around that corner, we can't let him show more courage taking on line. So what did that do to me? So I'm a cornerback and I weigh 185. So when I saw a running back come around that corner and he 230, I saw my boy Tank do it. And I'm like, if he crazy enough to take on them dudes, Me too. See, that's what happened when the smallest dudes and actually the toughest dudes, it spreads. It spreads. So that's why people like me gotta call this shit out. Because I need the physicality to spread. Hold on real quick. Coach Marv calling me. He probably feeling me on what I'm talking about or something. He must be listening. He might not. He just might be calling me. Let me see what's going on with Coach Marv real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Yeah, my boy say, show me plays of CD. You just walked in here. I already showed CD. I could tell you just walked in here. I already showed CD blocking more than him. What's up, Coach? Huh? I'll check it out. Appreciate it, Coach. I'm actually live right now. Hold on, Rick. I'll check it out. Hold on real quick. Let me just put you on, Coach, real quick. Hold on real quick. I'm going to add you to the live real quick. Hold on. Coach. Hold on, Coach. Coach.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and say that again.
We were talking about, what happened to Dak and about the offensive line and how something like that would happen to our quarterback when somebody would walk up on him. And it goes back to having tone setters that set the parameters of what we going to take and what we not going to take. And those guys that we call fire starters. Those are guys that say, hey, they keep everybody on edge and they make sure that no unit lets nobody disrespect them. And there's no tone setters. And in Michael Irvin, I sent you something when Michael Irvin was in with Shannon Sharp. He was talking about when he cut MacGyver. But before he talked about when he cut MacGyver, he said, man, this is what he used to do with the offensive line. He used to always keep them on edge and pump them up. And then he talked about how he always had them fired up because he said we need them. And he always kept them on edge to make them mean and not to be taking no trash for somebody. And he said he always did that. That's why Eric Williams was what they was. That's why Larry Allen was, because you had a guy that set the tone for everybody. He didn't have to be a big guy. He was a small guy, but he made sure that there wasn't nobody going to ever walk up on the quarterback, because if they did, they would have to answer to him. And that's what this team needs, because that happened because there's no tone setter leadership. The coaches can't do that. That has to be a dog on the field to say, hey, man, we don't take this type of shit. Excuse me, we don't take this. This is what you got to have, a tone setter. And somebody needs to step up on this team to be a tone setter, not just a leader. You got some leaders like Dak or whatever, but we need the Kenny the Shark type guy who was a tone setter for the Cowboys just on special teams. He let everybody know at the beginning of the game how it's going to be alike from the beginning of the game. We need that type of guy, because and those type of guys, boss, they will help these plays that need to be made, because they will have the right mentality. So when those plays come about, we won't be missing those plays like we missing. We'll be making those plays.
Coach.
It's just a level of intensity, and we need somebody on the team. It ain't got to be no star. There ain't got to be no star.
So, Coach.
It got to be somebody that some people say, hey, this is how, and in that interview, he started off that interview before he goes into what happened with it. He goes in there, he said he used to get with Big E, all them, and have them on edge, because he said we need those linemen to be mean. Coach, and he was the one.
So like when I was saying that yesterday, because me and Coach really did have this conversation, and my conversation was like, it never should have got to the point where he got close enough to spit on him.
That's right.
So
you have to have them in that type of mentality.
How does Dak walk through 5 linemen and get in the face of Carter while the 5 linemen are just watching? And
That's
I meant
right.
that. I was like, man, if coach don't, I'm just being honest. If coach don't use that as a way to rip they ass, coach.
You know something? Let me tell you who's the person was like that. And I know he's dead. I know he's shot. I'm not dead, but he's shot. His athletic ability is shot. And I say he shouldn't be on the
Lyle
team.
Collins. I already know. I'm gonna finish
go.
your sentence.
That's the guy that if you just got him on the practice squad,
He would have checked everybody on there.
there you go. He's a tone setter.
That's right.
Even though he can't play no more, but he's got the mentality to say, man, what's this? And that's where so this won't ever happen again, because you got to get this a fire starter. There's a guy that sets the tone of how you want to play and your mentality. And Schottenheimer could push a tough narrative. He could push all that.
He could talk.
But if it's not echoed by somebody on that field,
right,
it don't transfer all the way.
Coach.
It needs sergeants to transfer. The general can have it, but the sergeants
Coach.
are the one that directly
they
impose it to the players.
Yeah, impose it. So, coach,
That's right.
I didn't mean to. I know we just adding to the show right now, but as a head coach, I've heard you say a lot that the players take on the mentality of their head coach.
Right.
And I was just showing Pickens loafing on a lot of blocks. But he was saying, talking about Brian Schottenheimer, that your receivers really show if you have a physical identity or not.
That's right.
I'm just getting a bad vibe a little bit that Brian is talking, but not tough on their ass.
And this is where you have to change. And you're right, boss. When you judge the physicality of a team, you judge it from the smallest unit. You don't go to the start off with the linemen. You judge the physicality from the defensive backs, the receivers, the tight ends, the special team guys. Because if they're busting and popping, that's how you judge a team when you look at a team from another team's point of view, if they're physical or not. So if your receivers are not physical, when you allow Pickens to do what he do, now you understand why, if you look at that film, how Tolbert does what he does. And it falls all the way down the seams. But as I was talking to someone in the barber shop today, if he's loafing on blocks, that's why I've tried to tell people, Pittsburgh did not have their eyes closed when they let a guy like that go. They ain't had their eyes closed. It was there.
Yeah.
It was there. That we try to act like when we come in, it's always going to be it's there. That type of mentality is there. Now you have to get through that. Now you could be. Now what I found out now, boss, and you're right about this. When Schottenheimer says that in the public, players are different than what they were before. Before you could get on their butt in practice field and get off the top of, and that was enough. But now, if you say in the media that they ain't blocking, and you have people like you, me, and everybody showing it on film, that would get to them faster than you saying anything on the field, because they don't want the clicks to be wrong. They don't want everybody talking about them in the media. So sometimes Schottenheimer has to coach through the media. He has to point out and say, hey, he got to block better. Now everybody's watching it. And then you may get the player to be motivated to be better at that, because you know everybody's watching. This is the new way of you have to touch. The players are not touched by you personally; they're touched about what the people outside say.
The pressure. Well said,
there you
Coach.
Go. That's how it goes.
Let me get back to this film, Coach, because I got people in the chat doubting it, and I got to show it. You know, I'm gonna show it. So, all right, Coach.
That was there all the time, man. You probably go to Pittsburgh and see the same stuff. All right, brother. Later.
All right, Coach. All right, love you too. That was Coach Marv. Shit. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so now I could tell you some people came in late because they was like, show CD blocking. Ain't that what I've been doing? Ain't that what I've been talking about? All right, let's keep going though, because I'm showing every play, bro. I'm not doing clips. Everywhere Pickens is on the field, I'm showing every play. Pass, run all of it. And I'm judging what I said I was going to judge based on my thumbnail. I said I'm judging one tech, depth, and effort. I know y'all telling me to, I see y'all saying look at Tolbert. I'm honestly not going to look at Tolbert. I'm not going to look at the fourth receiver. Not today. Because, you know, he's not of value as much as Pickens. So I want to focus on Pickens, our number 2, especially our biggest receivers. Yeah. And my boy say, Trip Aces say, we're not the 49ers offense. Trip, I don't know what you're doing, bro. I don't know. Maybe you missed the part. You came in late. You must have came in and missed this part. I'm going to play this for you. And hopefully you understand that I'm not the bad guy. Well, I actually am, because I'm telling the truth. But you need to kind of listen to your head coach before you come in here and say we're not the 49ers.
Football, you know, there's got to be marriage between your runs and your passes. That's part of it. And then, again, you got to be ready to adjust. And you can be very physical as a football team and not just do it running the football. You can do it other ways. And not my statement, but somebody told me during the interview process as we were putting our staff together, they said the way that you can tell a
Listen, Trip. So when Coach Moff was talking about generals and lieutenants, this is what he was talking about. He was using the metaphor.
As we were putting our staff together, they said the way that you can tell a physical football team is by looking at the smaller skill guys.
That's why I'm looking at Pickens, because if you're supposed to see physicality from the small guys and the smaller receivers, you surely supposed to see it from your biggest receiver. And when this is my head coach's standard, then I'm go also enforce it myself as a content creator. I'm going to get his back because I see the vision that he has, and I want to push that vision and hold everybody accountable to that vision. So when he say the small guys determine the physicality of your whole team, I want to definitely see it from your biggest receiver.
As we were putting our staff together, they said the way that you can tell a physical football team is by looking at the smaller skill guys. And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical-ass football team. And I love that.
And I asked this question before. If that's the standard to where if those guys are physical, then you have a physical football team. But then let's flip it. If those guys are not physical, what does that say about your football team? According to his own standard. So let's go. I'm just listening, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not cool ever with a receiver not putting their hands on somebody. Just like I'm not cool with a cornerback that's not running to the ball. I don't care if it's a running play. I don't care if it's away from you. It's the standard. If you on that green grass and you a corner, you running to the ball. And if it's a running play, you getting your hands at minimum on that guy. All right, so hold on real quick. Let me go back, because it gotta be more plays than this. It is. All right, here we go. Okay. So we got Pickens in the slot. We got CeeDee Lamb up top. And this is what I'm going to do going forward. I'm going to judge all the receivers blocking. So Dak ran some audible. It's a pass. All right. Okay, so he audible to a pass play. Now let me see how he come off the ball. That route was all right. Looked like Pickens kind of playing at half speed to me. Being all the way honest with you, I'm not. I have a suspicion of what it could be. So we got Pickens at the bottom. And I don't know what the play is. I'm just looking at the effort, whether it's run or pass. So it's a pass. So listen, y'all. I'm just seeing too much watching. He doing too much watching. So the ball ain't going your way. It's the small things, man. Like for instance, so Dak scrambles, right? So then he obviously takes his check down, which is Sanders, right? What you supposed to do as a receiver is then turn and find somebody to block. But he's watching the play. And you don't do that, bro. That's not the standard of excellence, and that's not the standard of what you should be doing in terms of having your teammates back. Okay, Dak clearly swung the pass to Sanders. You immediately supposed to turn and take out the safety or the corner, because you don't know. He might break a tackle and be off to the races, and it'll be your guy that'll make the tackle. Okay. All right, we got Pickens at the bottom. Pass and play. This that D ball to him. And I didn't like that play either because get two hands on the ball. He tried to one hand that thing. Get two hands on the ball. And yes, I watched that play. He pulled on him, but at the last minute, he could have got two hands on that ball. It's a pass interference, but man, come on, bro. I'm not liking the effort. Being all the way honest with you, bro. I ain't gonna kiss nobody's ass. I don't care who it is. Nah, bro. Is this tag? He touched him like it was tag. Oh, nah, bro. You not gonna try to put no kind of block on the safety, man? Let me look at CeeDee Lamb. It's better. CeeDee Lamb is better, but I like my receivers meaner than this, man. That's better. At least CeeDee got a fucking hand on him. Damn. Yeah, there you go, CeeDee. At least that's better than what happened up here, man. This is better. I want that better. I want you to drive his ass. Shit. This right here, bro, that's unacceptable, bro. Oh, man, I don't care what nobody say, bro. You don't run by that safety, bro. And then that dude, hold on. Is it the safety that got his hat in there? Bro, hold on, bro. Nah, little boy say cap, coach. Take coach off your name. You a soft ass coach. You soft as hell. Cause I promise you, bro, I saw real receivers. This is not it. See, you one of them. Go ahead, do your thing, Pickens. See, you baby these type of dudes. I don't baby shit. I would not be cool with none of this. I guess it depends on the standard of coach. I'm like, bro, I'm coaching y'all to be fucking dogs. This ain't it. I want my receivers to be assholes. See, I know them type of coaches. You one of them, let them do whatever the fuck they want. As long as they out there catching, you don't give a fuck. Nah, I'm one of them dudes that I want them blocking and I want them catching and I want them setting the tone. Especially when my head coach say that y'all are the standard of the whole team. If he say we are judged from y'all, why would you accept this, coach? Ain't nothing to judge there. All right, let me keep going. So we got Pickens up top. Let me get it to where y'all can see it. All right, I'm going to look at Pickens and I'm going to look at CD. Regardless of what it is. All right. All right, so let me see. So I was looking at CD right there. Now I'm looking at Pickens. All right, let me see. All right, so it was a bootleg. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe where you never getting a hand on that guy. I just would never accept this as a coach. I never would accept it. I would never accept it. Never. I would never accept it. I would not accept that. Nah. So we got Pickens at the top. Pass and play. Yeah. I remember that play. Turpin was trying to get loose. We got Pickens at the bottom. Bro, I hate that shit, bro. Listen. So, let me explain this from somebody who played corner, okay? I played this position right here. When you keep coming off the ball like this when it's a running play, you are giving me an extra second to get on my pursuit angle. Because you, by your own body language, is giving away that is run. Your body language is giving me a head start to my pursuit. Honestly, this is very unacceptable, bro. And it's consistent. When it's a running play, he coming off the ball slow. Let me look at CD. That was soft by CD too. Yeah, Shotty, you judge the physicality by looking at the small guys. Ain't nobody looking good right now, Shotty. So if you telling the truth, then this mean your team's off. That mean you not holding these guys accountable to a standard of to a play style. This is not holding them accountable to a play style. And he doing the same thing every time. When his number not called, he coming off the ball bullshitting. He not even touching that dude, ever. All right, we got both of them. I'm going to look at Man, that's some bullshit, bro. Fuck, bro. Okay. So, can somebody that's honest tell me, is it not obvious that his effort is completely poor if he's not the center of action? So obviously his number one call right here, just look at the effort. This is obviously CD number call, but watch his effort. Y'all cool with that? So when the ball not coming your way, this your effort. I say this. The only time that can be smart. Now hear me out. Because I always try to be balanced and measured. The only time that type of effort is smart is if you got a plan. Now hear me out. This is where I'm being very balanced, right? If your plan is to put that corner to sleep, then it's smart. This is what I mean. If you coming off the ball every time it's a running play, lazy, right? Then, because I've seen Cole Beasley do this, where he came off the ball slow, and then he'll break. You know what I'm saying? Some receivers set you up. I'm not giving them a pass for this, but I'm also giving another dimension, you know, to where some receivers do have a plan. It's like when my number call, you know, especially, I've been showing you this all game. So I got you in a habit of pursuing early. And what I mean is that corner, if they see me come off the ball lazy, a good corner go ahead and get on his pursuit angle for the run, right? But then you can show that same type of coming off the ball like that, but it's actually a pass where you're using it for deception. Sometimes that's the case, but this boy doing this shit the whole game. Now we got Pickens at the top. And then B. Bird say the coach allows for him to do this with a super chat. I tell you what, I'm gonna know if it's the coach or if he come back like this next week. If he come back like this next week, Brian is all talk. And I mean that, all talk. Like, man, you just be talking. You can tell if your team is physical by watching the little guy. Man, you just be fucking talking, bro.
And you can be very physical as a football team and not just do it running the football. You can do it other ways, and not my statement, but somebody told me during the interview process as we were putting our staff together, they said the way that you can tell a physical football team is by looking at the smaller skill guys. And if those guys play physical, then you're a physical ass football team. And I love that.
I swear, if he come back out here and they come out like this next week, man, I'm already know what time it is. But that dude, that's a good talk. We got Pickens at the bottom. I'm seeing some goofy in Pickens, man. Say, man, listen, y'all. I'm seeing a crash. I'm seeing a crash starting to form. And see, I'm the dude that's honest enough to say it. I see it. I see a crash getting ready to happen. And see, I'm just early to it. I'm early. I'm early to it. I'm like, because I'm letting the film speak. I'm going to tell you right now, Cowboy Nation is going to turn on him. They go turn on. If he don't correct this stuff, so you know, he tried to make a play right there. That ball wasn't catchable, right? But see, watch him at the end. Just watch. See, this is crash shit right here. Like, he was just finna do some crash out shit, bro. Look. And listen, he wasn't trying to step over him on purpose, bro. So was he taunting to him? No. But Pickens, look, Pickens was finna do some crash out shit, bro. He caught himself right. He right finna. Oh, that's some crash, bro. Boss, you been too hard on him, boss. Man, don't come in here with that soft ass kissing up the player shit, bro. I ain't crazy, bro. Yep. B Bird say, what Coach Marv says, those who sweat in peace. Bro, like, I'm just letting the film speak, Coach. B Bird. This, yeah, I see what type of coach you are. To my frustration. Bro, get your fucking hands off him, man. You finna get a penalty. To my frustration. I played frustration. I didn't put my hands on people, Coach. Dude had to kick his leg off. Get your hands off me. Bro, man, say, bro. I know what I'm looking at. And that's why he go do that. Man, hold on. Let me just keep watching, bro. Mm-hmm. Shit. All right. We got Pickens at the bottom. See, yeah. He fucking gives it away, y'all. He gives it away, man. So look at the effort. Look at the effort now when it's a passing play. Look at the effort now. Hold on real quick. Then Andrew say, side note, what's wrong with Fowler? He wasn't playing like a vet to me. He looked lost in the sauce. He did. I'm going to give Fowler, that's going to be my one bad game for Fowler. He can't do that twice. That's what I'm going to say about him. Because I give everybody one bad game. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Especially in my stars. So I don't go too crazy on one bad game. I give you one game to be human. I do. Because I'm going to be honest, because I've had a bad game out of nowhere. Just a bad goddamn game. Just bad. Like, damn, you just was off today. You was, Then you'll come back the next week, you'll be all world. You'll be in the zone. Sometimes it's just that one. I give everybody one for the year. Everybody. But I didn't think Fowler had a good game either. So, looking at, see, I don't like that shit, man. See, I don't like it to where, see, what it says is, this also screams selfishness. It says that your effort is good when it's a passing play, but when the ball is not coming your way, you are showing that you don't do nothing. You don't even put a hand on the corner. Even if it's a pass play and it's not coming your way, you are chilling. And when your head coach say, y'all are the standard of toughness on my team, and I say it all the time, is he listening? See, it's too many people wearing ski masks where they can't be honest. They can't be honest about film because they wore all them ski masks and shit. It's like, nah, we got to be honest, bro. This effort got to improve. These are bad habits, y'all. He's watching too much, man. He's watching way too much. Angie with the super chat. Do we owe Diggs an apology? He locked down AJ once again, even though he refused to tackle. Absolutely, we owe Diggs an apology. But Angie, we not gonna give Diggs no apology. Too many people talk bad about him. They go just act like they ain't see Diggs. So let me tell you what you're supposed to do, okay? So obviously it's a passing play. You turn around, the ball ain't coming your way, right? So what you're supposed to do right there, once Tolbert catches the ball, you turn up and you block him. You don't watch the play because you giving him a chance to potentially make that tackle. I'm telling the truth. You turn up and you block him. The ball didn't come to you. That don't mean take the play off. You turn up and you block him. Hold on real quick. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. I need to check. Hold on real quick. Hold on. I think I might have been too hard on him right there. I need to check the time on this. Hold on, let me just check the time. I might have been too hard on him right there. Give me 1 second. I need to just check the time. Yeah, actually, I'm going to give him a pass on that one. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to be fair to him, okay? This is them in the second quarter with 20 seconds left. So he automatically knew that Toba was going to be trying to get out of bounds. I still want you to practice doing the right things, but I will give him a slight pass on that given the situation. Because Tolbert is trying to get out of bounds, clearly. Right? Because it's the 2 minute. So, yeah, I ain't tripping on that one. Okay, I'm going to let him, I'm being fair to him. The situation dictated that you ain't got to be as aggressive to go turn around and block the corner. Yeah, he caught that. He bobbled it a little bit. So we got Pickens at the bottom. 15 seconds left. All right, 4 seconds left. All right, so now we go start the third quarter. Cause I'm looking at the whole game, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I know. Listen, I know I'm thorough. I know I look at everything, but hey, I wanna be able to say exactly what I saw for the whole game. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm not cool with this. Some of y'all will take this. I would hate this. I would hate this as a coach. I would be frustrated as hell. It sends a bad signal to me. It sends a bad signal to me, bro. So when it's a running play, you just ain't gonna even get your hands on them at all? Is that what we doing? So it's a running play. You not gonna get your hands on him at all? At all. And see, that's why Cooper DeJean slapped his hands like, get your soft ass off me, man. Yeah, slapped his hands. Get your fucking hands off me. That's exactly what I would have did too. I ain't your friend. That's exactly what Cooper DeJean did. Man, I ain't gonna let you put your hands on me. Man, all that soft shit. I ain't your friend. See, that's why you should have been physical with him the whole time. He trying to handle you. Look at that. Look at that. He basically saying, don't even touch me. Look, ain't that what he's saying? Yeah. Get your fucking hands off me. Exactly. That's exactly what I would have did the same thing. Man, get your hands off me, man. I don't like nothing about you. Get your receiver hands off me. I ain't your friend, bro. Yeah, exactly. Cooper DeJean like, don't touch me at all. Watch Cooper, man. Cooper over there like, don't touch me. You can definitely tell when Pickett's not getting the ball. He don't give a fuck. Yep. That's what Andrew just said. Yep. See, I coach my sons hard. See, my sons was number 1 in the state in Taekwondo. They was number 1 in the state. Man, you better go see how I coach my sons. I didn't take nothing. I didn't tolerate no bullshit, no loafing, never. It's like, bro, I'm trying to train y'all to have a championship mentality. That's why they was number 1. My sons was the best in the state. Cause I'm gonna coach you hard, man. Like, I'm gonna coach you on the details, bro. Look at Cooper. He's like, man, don't touch me the entire time. Yeah, that body language just poor, man. It's bad, bro. I did look at Lamb at the top. I did. It was better than that. Oh, man. All right, let me see. Where Pickens? Where Pickens? Oh, yeah, at the top. All right. All right. So let me explain to y'all why coming off the ball slow when it's a running play is bad. You see this guy right here? You see, what is he doing? What is that call? Can somebody tell me what this call? What is that call? Somebody tell me what that's called. My boy Aaron say, what the hell you want Pickens to do? Y'all sound like the managers telling the worker to wiping the floors, restocking shelves, and waiting for the trash. Yeah, I'm that type of boss, homeboy. Hell yeah. Mop the fucking floor. You on my clock. That's me. That's the exact type of boss I am. You ain't finna be standing around collecting a check. Hell yeah, mop. And I don't want no employees that got a problem with it. I want my store to look excellent. So mop. Hell y'all talking about, man? Where y'all get this shit from? Y'all one of them employees, you can't tell me what to do. You could shit. Well, you fired. I'm gonna get somebody that'll mop. Mop the floor. Shit. Boy. That's why all my teams was number 1. Everything I did and everything I do, man. You better listen. I just had a meeting with Coach Marv, the whole watch party team. And the first thing I said is I don't do color people time. That shit don't fly with me. If we have a meeting, we not gonna be late. I don't do color people time. And I don't accept it from color people. People just walk in late like it's cool. That's fine. I'm colored. No, well, get your colored ass out my operation. We gonna be excellent up in here, man. So this is called a pursuit, okay? It's called a pursuit. And I'm trying to explain why loafing is bad. Loafing is bad because if you giving this guy a chance to make the play. So what I would want to see is a receiver running right, but he just slow as hell. But what I would want to see is a receiver. See, you want to see a perfect example who was always blocking hard? Go watch Toia. Go watch Toia for the Dallas Cowboys. Go watch how Toia used to block. Toia set the example. He wasn't just a good receiver. He was trying to be complete. He mopped the floor. Boss be over like, man, y'all them type of bosses that be like mop. Hell yeah, I'm sure is. You ain't finna, man, say you on my clock. And I want to get more business. And my customers like a clean store. They don't like to go in the bathroom and smell like piss. By the way, go get in there. The bathroom smell like piss. Here's a mop. Here's some 409. Let's get that pee smell out of there. Oh, quit. All right, man, bye. You don't like money enough, homeboy. You here to work. Shit, bro. It's cute now. It's cute now. Y'all gonna be mad as hell if that costs you a game. When that shit costs you a game, y'all gonna be mad as hell. Yeah. Y'all cool with it now. I know what it is. Y'all drunk on the name. Y'all drunk. Hey, y'all excited about its potential. That's crash out shit, man. That is crash out shit. Then you get in his face when you the one yanked him down. Got a flag for nothing. And we in the red zone, y'all. Come on, bruh. Y'all, boy, I swear. I ain't built like, bro. I ain't with that LeBron James era, bruh. Man, that shit crazy. I ain't liking it. So, I think I know what's going on, man. Look, where Pickens at? Oh yeah, top. Angie said, "Don't fall in love with the potential. You will likely get hurt." Damn. Say, Angie. Angie, put that on a shirt. Don't fall in love with potential. You will. God damn.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth. You want answers? You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Coach says, based on what Dallas knows, Pickens should not be here. Whose issue is this, boss? You might have to rewrite that question, Coach. I don't understand that question. I want to make sure I understand you. Angie, that went over too many people's head. Let me show that again. She said, don't fall in love with potential. You will likely get hurt. Hey, Angie, that's when we be dropping the ball. Ooh, she fine. But if I could just train her how to cook, she got potential. She never learned how to cook. Mitchell Green said, boss, high school coaches would be furious at this effort. Angie, hell, y'all know what's up. Angie, my girl forever. Hey, they should. This ain't what's up, bro. This ain't what's up. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think going on with this too. So, this is once again where he basically gives it away. So, if you looking at him, you know when it's a pass or a run based on his body language. If he comes off the ball fast, it's a pass. If he comes off the ball slow, it's a run. He's giving away the plays with his body language, y'all. He's tipping the defense, man. Some of y'all cool with that. I ain't cool with that. You ain't supposed to give the defense no signals, or at least switch it up. You got to at least switch it up. Sometimes come off slow, sometimes come off fast. You consistently come off slow when the ball ain't coming your way. And it gives the corner an extra second to get on his pursuit and help out. Ferg, you got to make that catch. And yes, Ferg, we know you was going to take a hit right there, man, being honest. You still got to make that catch. Pickens up top. Yep. You know what type of play it is by the way he comes off the ball. You know it's a run just the way he come off the ball. And he touches nobody. He like, damn, boy, you so clean. You only touch it, man. Like, not even a touch. God damn. At least CD is on some, like, his stuff ain't just physical as hell. But damn, he at least get his hands on you. Pickens ain't even touching them dudes. See, like, I think I know what's going on. I think I know exactly what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I think going on early. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think going on early. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I think going on. And then I'm gonna go back to the film. This is what I definitely believe is going on. What I believe is going on is that I believe Pickens knew that he wasn't going to be an intricate part of the game plan, and he was pissed. That's what I believe going on, because his body language, this is kind of like what some people do, because women do this and men do this, right? When they what do sometimes, for the guys in here, what do sometimes your woman do when she mad at you? She shows you she's mad at you. She shows it some kind of way. She'll be doing the dishes loud as hell while you sleep. Or you'll be asleep, she'll come and turn on the light. Or she'll turn up the music. So this tells me, yeah, like a tantrum. Yeah. Now, how you actually lead him through this is very sensitive. How you lead him through this, to me, you got to get him involved. You got to get him involved. And Dak needs to know to get him involved, even if he's not a part of the plan. So y'all been working all week, right? And see, remember what Amari said. Amari said, we know based on practice who go get the ball. Y'all remember when Amari said that about his targets, and he was talking about, Amari was basically saying, I know the pattern. If y'all not practicing it, we not getting ready to do it. That's why I believe he's showing all this bad body language. That's why he's out here doing stuff like slinging that dude head. This is a tantrum. This looks like a tantrum, bro. And I'm the bad guy enough to say it. Some of y'all, you just soft. You wouldn't say it because you still, like Angie said, you in hope still. You in love with the name, so you ignoring what you see.
So say good night to the bad guy.
So I gotta be the bad guy.
So say good night to the bad guy.
And be honest.
Come on.
I gotta be the bad guy. Some of y'all is just, it's week 1. And yeah, truth only, it's week 1. And guess what? I'm a judge. What I'm seeing week 1. I'm a judge what I see. Then I'm a judge what I see week 2. Week 3, I'm a judge what I see. Week 4, I'm a judge what I see. And week 1, this looks like a tantrum, bro. And then Day Walker say 7 targets is part of the plan. Then some off. And I agree with you, Hayes. Week 1. Then he say truth only. He said, nah, I'm talking about Pickens, not you calling him off. But okay. So fellas, ladies, if your woman come home and she smelling like cologne, and the first thing she do is jump in the shower, don't ignore it. You got to at least have a talk. She come home at 5 in the morning. She usually come in at 2 when the club's closed. Today she come in at 5. She smell like cologne, and the first thing she do is jump in the shower. I think some of y'all will be like, she just was feeling a little musty. Edgy, I'm telling the truth. Edgy, if he come home at 5 and he smell like perfume and he got glitter on him, and you kiss him on his stomach and it smell like plastic, and then he just run to the shower, you better pay attention to the signs. That's all I'm trying to do is give y'all the signs. This is, y'all see, I already know how a lot of Cowboy fans are. Y'all like that song, I don't wanna know if you playing me, keep it. That's how a lot of Cowboys, yeah. Cause my heart, I've been waiting 30 years. So my heart can't take it. I just want to hear good. I don't want. That's how fans are. There's a lot of fans like that. They don't want to know. So even when you showing them loafing, not even touching the cornerback on running plays, always coming off the ball slow. Boss, come on now. You're on his ass. I don't wanna know if he loafing, keep it on the low. Because my heart can't take it. I was hoping in Pickens. Shit. If you come in and you smell like cologne, and the first thing you do is jump in the shower, I'm gonna say, where the fuck you been? That's me. Some of y'all will be, I'm gonna tell you what some of y'all will be doing. Y'all will be laying next to her, trying to pretend like you sleep. This some of y'all weak ass. Sleeping like this when she come in, pretending to be asleep. Then she jump in the shower, and then you over her. You don't get up like, where the fuck you been, man? It's 5 in the fucking morning, man. How the hell you gonna come in my house? Nah, y'all some, I don't wanna know. She got toe up. Somebody. And y'all over here. I don't wanna know. I was talking to West Coast. At what West Coast say, that song set us back like 20 years. I swear it did. Y'all women be getting toe up. You like that? You like, yeah, you bet, yeah, you my daddy, daddy. Your ass over here pretending to be asleep when she coming at 5 in the morning instead of turning over the table. What the fuck? See, Ty, I'm serious. getting toe up. Daddy, you so much better than my husband. Daddy, you so much more man than him. Yeah, that's some of y'all. Bad signs right in your face, and y'all over here like, boss, you being too hard, boss. Come on. Hey, head honcho, I can see your comment. Yeah, getting toe up. Nah, no, I ain't speaking from experience. Shit, what the hell you mean? That boy say, boss, speaking from experience. It depends on which side. So if you talking about the dude that'll check her ass, yeah, I got experience in that. Try me with that. Yeah. If you talking about being on the right side of being a man, oh yeah, I got experience on the right side of being a man. Yes, I do. Hell yeah, try me. Come home like that. Yeah, then jump in the shower. I was talking to my cousin. He's so funny. He was married. Right? He was telling me the story. He was like, Sly. He said, bro, my wife came home at 5, bro. I'm like, yeah. And then he said, and then she jumped in the shower. I said, what you do? My cousin said, I snapped. I knew what that meant. See, when the dudes say they snapped, I knew what that. I was like, no, I hope you didn't. He said I snapped. I was like, say less, bro. I know what that means. You went full Ike. Ike and Tina, didn't you? You went Ike on her. You went Ike. You went all the way Ike. That boy went Ike. That boy said, I snapped. See, because I come from a family like, shit, we don't play that, bro. You ain't finna come in like that. Yeah. And see, let me tell you, I'm going to tell all the men something. I'm going to give y'all some real game that my brother gave me, and I never forgot it. My brother gave me the game. He said, man, you might as well stay real, because if you a simp, you go get cheated on anyway. He said the best thing to do is always stand 10 toes on being a real man, because simps always get cheated on. I was like, hell yeah. That just made sense. My brother gave me that when I was young. He was like, you gotta always stay down on what the standard is. Keep it and don't bend it ever. Because if you a simp, you gonna be unattractive to her, and she's gonna be attracted to a real alpha, and she gonna cheat on you. So keep your man code. I was like, that makes sense to me. And then I kept it like, shit, I mean, you ain't finna try me. So yeah, I've been on the right side. I'm speaking from experience of keeping my man code. Absolutely. More of the story, stop dating them hoes who stay clubbing. Ooh, Edgy be going hard, man. Y'all clap it up for Edgy, man. God. Angie, we need to do a show. We need to do a show on staying away from them hoes who stay clubbing. I like them homebodies. Those are my favorite. See, you want the ones that you discover, like at a Walmart. You know what I mean? You don't want the ones that every time you out, you see them. You don't want the ones that gotta get out. They just gotta get out. I just gotta get out the house. Baby, you want me to go with you? Nah, I want to go out by myself. She always want to go out by herself. And then y'all want her, I don't want to know. So listen. And my boy say pimpology. I ain't no pimp. At all. Not even close. I'm on some man standards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you right. It be some hoes in Walmart. But I was saying, Edgy, you want to discover. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, if you always out and that's where you meet her, every time you see her, You know, one of my favorite spots in Dallas is Legends. That's my hole in the wall. So like that's where I go if I want to have some drinks, if I want to people watch, if I'm just like, man, I want to kind of take some steam off. It's Friday, let me chill. I go up there. I go to, Greedy's, some low, some bullshit spots. If I keep seeing you up there, man, hell nah. Like, no. I gotta discover you. I don't want you be in the streets too much, man. Let me go back to the film. I be having fun with y'all, man. Y'all funny. And we still got a lot more film to go too, man. I still got to do Solomon and I still got to do Jay. We might do that tomorrow. It's getting kind of long. I still want to do Solomon though. I'm gonna do some defense today. All right, let me see. We got Pickens at the top. That was a little bit better, just a little bit. He actually ran a route that time, even though the ball wasn't coming his way. Let me see. Bro, he don't touch nobody. This is football. Bro, I'ma just gonna tell y'all. So Shotty said, what did Shotty say? If your little guys are physical, then you got a physical ass team. Look at Turpin. Tell me, is this physical? That dude's nice. My boy Pickens be playing tag, bro. That's tag. That ain't even close to a block. That's like tag you it. And he done did this a lot. Just tag. Okay. We got Pickens at the top. Yeah, you can tell when it's a passing play. He come off that ball a lot different when it's a passing play. Yeah, they need to get Pickens involved, man. They need to get Pickens involved. That's what I'm saying. They need to get him involved, bro. And see, let me also defend him a little bit. He does have a reason to be frustrated too. If you over here got me as a decoy, I'm hot. Now you still got to do the right things, but he trying to get millions, y'all. So he trying to get millions and you don't even really have me as a major part of the game. I understand. I do understand you being pissed. I still want you to put better effort on tape though. Cause see, it's another team that wants you, that might want you. You don't want to put this on tape if another team could want you. You want to show that even though the ball not coming my way, look at my effort. Look at me being unselfish. Put that on tape. Look at my physicality. Look at me setting the tone. The ball not coming my way, but look at what I do to the safety. Look at what I did to the corner. Look how I set the tone for the team. Yeah. Yeah, see, D Shift say they better not be hiding him to get a discount. Yeah, because it's going to get worse. D Shift, if that's the case, it's going to get worse. And then Angie said, don't CD loaf and throw tantrums when he not getting the ball. Yeah, I've seen him throw tantrums. Most receivers have some type of diva in them. Most of them. It's hard to find a real complete receiver. You got to get Pickens involved. You got to let him know early in the week he gonna be involved. That route was lazy as hell. See, you gotta have a real talk with him. My talk will be this: hey, you not gonna get no targets until you show me you go block. Until you consistent on pass plays and run plays. When I see that, I'm gonna feed the hell out of you. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna feed you early, but if I don't see you doing the whole job, I'm gonna stop targeting you. If I'm Coach Shotty, that's what I would tell him. I'm gonna target you early, but if I see you not doing the whole job, I'm gonna stop targeting you. Because you the big receiver. If I expect that from the small receivers, I surely expect that from the big receiver. Yeah, you got to get him involved. If you don't get him involved, you likely go see this tantropy shit. He need to be a major part of the game plan versus the Giants. Not a minor part, a major part. Early. Pretty good route right there. I like that route. I do like that route up there. Pretty good. I like it. Yeah, he would have, if they would have, yeah, he won on that. That's a pretty good route. Pretty crispy. He didn't show no indication that was coming. That's very good body language. I love that route. See, when you run an out route and you don't see it coming, yeah, that's good. Yeah, if that could have definitely went there, he could have went there easily. And matter of fact, Pickens was a way better option than CD. CD had no separation right here. None. Pickens was the guy right here. You got to get him the ball, man. Yeah, you got to get him the ball. And see, Brady used to say that. Brady used to say, even if it wasn't in the script, I made sure to give my playmakers the ball early. He said, because they doing way too much running, I got to make them feel rewarded early. And Brady would take it upon himself and do that, regardless of what the play was. Man. There you go. Yeah, you see, they need to do this, but they need to do this early. They need to have this in the first quarter. This right here, boom. That right there. Get him going. See, you see his energy now? He been waiting all fucking day. He been waiting all day for this. Then look at him. He finally go show some energy. Look, now he crump. Because he is a receiver, bro. Receivers generally want to be the center of attention, bro. That's generally their makeup, bro. Real talk. And that route was average. It wasn't a great route. Kind of slow, a little bit lazy, rounded it off. But if you beating him on a lazy route, that means y'all should have been targeting him. Let me keep going. My suggestion would be get him going early and let him know, listen, we fucked you last game. We go get you going this game. But you gotta be that guy that shows how to do the whole job. Matter of fact, I want you to push CeeDee Lamb. Because if you better than CeeDee Lamb, we go feed you. That's what I would tell him. And then Angie said, we got to stop force feeding CeeDee Lamb, make him earn it. Some of these catches, he too spoiled at times. He has help now, and Terp can get more active too outside of Pickens. Yeah, and see, that's what I fear a little bit. That's what I fear a little bit, Angie. And I'm just being all the way on you because this is a good super chat. Let me stop and talk some ball real quick. What Angie just said. She said, we got to stop force feeding CD, make him earn some of these catches. He's too spoiled at times. I absolutely agree with Angie. And see, let me say this to Angie's point. Very good point, Angie. The thing about Dallas is when somebody has the 88 and Jerry is in the press box and Steven, they're going to want the 88 to make the big play. They're going to want that. They not going to want 3 to make the play. The same thing happened when Amari was the legitimate number 1. Amari was literally the legitimate number 1, was literally better than CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb just said that I'm still little brother to Amari. And I still look up to him, and he taught me how to be a pro. But Amari's last year, he only had 104 targets. CeeDee Lamb, the 88, had 144. How does the number 2 have 40 more targets than the true bona fide and better number 1? How is that possible unless it came from the top? That's also why Dak need to know better. Oh, some of y'all finna get mad because every time I tell the truth about Dak, some of y'all start getting so goddamn mad. But I got to tell the truth. Dak, you got to know better too. You got to be the one that be like, say, bro, I'm finna get CeeDee Lamb going and I'm finna get Pickens going. I'm gonna distribute this shit. I'm going to go equally to these dudes. And then you look at Pickens and say, I'm coming your way, bro. I'm coming your way. Just be patient. I got you, bro. Let's warm these dudes up on the run game. I'm coming your way. Give me your best. Give me your best. You got to lead them dudes, Dak. You can't be that company man shit. You know when you should have known. Man, I'm going to be all the way honest, bro. Too many of y'all kiss Dak ass, bro. You should have been the one looking at that when Amari was getting only 104. You should have been the one like, what the fuck? Say, man, I'm finna check out some of this shit. Boss, coach crazy, bro. We got to get Amari the ball. We got to get Amari the ball. My number 2 got way more targets. Yeah, coach, I'm running these plays. I'm running this script. This shit don't make sense, man. That's our number 1. We got to feed him. Check. Check. Romo would have. Hell yeah. Because when we had Terrence Williams on the show. And you know me, I'm going to ask the real questions. I went right to the point. I went straight forward. I ain't give a fuck. I said straight up. I said, all right, you play with both Romo and Dak. Who you want to be your quarterback? And yes, I did put him on the spot like that. I did. I swear I did. Terrence thought about it. He sat there. He said, Romo. He said, it's not that Dak wasn't good because Dak, my guy, and Dak, true leader. Dak was a dog. He said, but as a receiver, Romo used to check to us and used to tell us, man, I'm coming your way right now. That ain't the play, but I'm coming your way. And then he said, who wouldn't want to play with a quarterback like that? Yeah, Angie said Dak got to start making executive decisions on the field. You got the bag, bro. Yes. Boy, Angie, you be cooking. Man, y'all clap it up for Angie. She been cooking all day, man. Feed her. God damn. She cooking. We got Lando in the house. He said just popping in to say what's up. He said mad love and nothing but respect for Show Me. Keep up the great work, boss, and let's keep climbing. The people deserve it. Absolutely. And Lando, obviously, I appreciate you. Very professional. Even when he disagrees, he does it in the most respectful ways possible. We would all be better if we, in everything, had disagreements and discussions like Lando. He's very professional. I would say Foot's the same way. Me and Lou, we kind of gangster. We kind of, shit, me and Lou, we got to do a little bit better, man. We ain't political at all, bro. We just, we'll just. But appreciate you, Lando. Glad you're here, big brother. But now, Dak, I'm being honest, man. I'm not going to say Dak a company man. I see somebody said that. I'm not going to go that far. I think Dak is kind of one of those guys that believes in following an authority. It's some people that's like that. It's some people that's like, hey, coach, if this is the plan, I'm running it. He's kind of wired that way. Remember this. Remember we was playing Philly, and it was Amari and it was Zeke, right? It was that game that Dak had 400 yards, Amari had 200, and Zeke had 120. They went crazy on Philly, beat them in overtime. But in the pivotal moment, I don't know if y'all remember this, a key thing happened in the huddle. Amari went to Dak, and he was like, bro, we need to check out of this, bro. They sitting on our routes. So basically he was saying Linehan keep running these stop routes, and it's basically running right into what the defense is doing. And he was saying, check out of this shit, bro. You do it. Amari said that to Dak. Dak's response showed his state of mind. He said to Amari, man, just run the play. Then Amari left the huddle mad, like, God damn. Then he said Dak thought about it as he was under the finna take the snap. And he looked at him and he gave him that fade signal. And then Amari said, I got elated. And he hit it. Boom! Beat Philly. Why? Because Amari was like, bruh, I know these coaches are calling this play, but Dak, it's not making sense. They having me run a stop route and they're sitting on it. So I'm running right into the defense. Dak is shit. I know we moving the ball, but we got to open this bitch up, man. And Dak was do what they say, because I'm a follow the system guy. That don't mean he's a company man. He's somebody that's like, I believe in what my coaches are designed, and I'm a rock with it. He's not kind of like a Romo or a Dan Marino, or especially like a Brent Favre. Brent Favre would be like, man, get that play out of here, man. Do y'all remember what Brent Favre did to us? Do y'all remember what he did to us when we was playing and Green Bay was having a lot of success on the ground? And then Aaron Rodgers, forgive me. I was talking about Aaron Rodgers. I was talking about Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers said, run the ball. Talking to his head coach, looked right at him and said, run the fucking ball. Would Dak ever do that? I think I heard Scott said, Dak need a little effort. If you could turn a dial on Dak, I would turn it from run their play to turn a dial a little bit to effort. I need you to be effort on this one. I need you to go out there and run that shit. Run it. Let me go back to the film. This is raw film, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Raw film's supposed to take time. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me go back and look at Pickens. I wasn't looking at him. We got him at the top. Boy, Dak put that ball on the money. Yeah, you got to get Pickens involved, man. You got to feed him, man. You got to feed him, bro. And not just on the fade ball, bro. You got to remember, this man is trying to get paid. In his mind, he's like, I'm a number 1, 2. Treat me like that. My boy say Pickens overly emotional. Yeah. I like what you said, Truth. He said he just need to be effed with Pickens. I love that. That's a perfect comment by Truth Only. I agree. That's the perfect person to be effed with. That's perfect. I like what you said, Truth. Yeah, and Truth Only, you said it. We might need a campaign to spam Pickens. Yep. Let's go ahead and start that campaign now. Shit, we ain't finna wait. You listen, when you got a good idea, you can just tell me one time. I'm ready to start this campaign right now. This is the campaign on Pickens, bro. Listen, and we need to start this now, bro. We need to start this now, because if it get to game 3 and he not getting his targets, bro, this dude go probably start acting a damn fool. I smell crash out. I'm being honest, bro. Like, I'm not that dude that's gonna lie on tape, and I'm not gonna give y'all hopey or dope. I'm not gonna feed you that hope crack. I don't do that. I'm gonna give you the reality. This is the type of guy you better make him feel valued, bro. Because all this emotional stuff go get worse and worse and worse. This is the campaign, and I'm gonna definitely do some work on this myself. You got to spam him. And then Eli say, what should his targets be, boss, on a weekly basis? I would say in this game particular, in this game coming up versus the Giants, because let me say this, and that's a very good question by Eli. Let me say this on Eli's question. I do understand versus Philly, CeeDee Lamb being your primary guy. I understand it. Why? Because Dak and him have so much time together. This is a big game. I'm not really finna go out here and experimenting with you right now. I'm not finna experiment. I'm gonna go with the guy that I've been rocking with, the guy that I got 1,600 yards with. That's the guy that's gonna lead us this game. So versus Philly, I fully understand CeeDee Lamb being the full primary target. It strategically made sense. But when you going against the Giants, I'm over here like, now let's open him up some. Let's get him going. So this particular game, I want Pickens to have 10 plus targets versus the Giants. That's just me. That's a very good question too, because in my opinion, get him going, because we don't want the pout. Because listen, if he get like this and if he keep on this pattern for the next 3 games, Cowboy Nation go turn on him, bro. I'm telling you now. Cowboy Nation, everybody that had the ski mask go burn them. They go burn them. They go do them worse than Mozzie, bro. I'm telling you now. If you don't get him feeling good, if you don't get success going his way in 3 games, in the next 3 games, he needs to be majorly involved. I think this is the last drive. Yeah, he clearly a decoy for CeeDee Lamb, and he loafing on that route as well. No problem, Eli. He loafing on this route. Even as a decoy, I need a better route than this. Yeah, Pickens pissed. He pissed, man. That's the last play. All right. So now we go turn a defense. We getting ready. I hope y'all listen, man. I hope y'all rested. So I said that we was going to judge the one tech depth and the effort. And basically I looked at every play with him on the field. I want y'all to write for me your analysis of what you saw with Pickens. And I'm going to sum it up what I saw. What I feel like I saw is I saw somebody who didn't show championship effort. If I'm being honest, it looked selfish. It looked like if the ball not coming your way, I'm not even putting a hand on the guy. On a pass or running play. It has the vibe of somebody that's used to being the guy that doesn't really like that he's no longer the guy. That's my vibe that I saw from his body language. That's the vibe that I saw from his effort. It also makes me want to go back and go look at that Pittsburgh film more. And ask the question, let's do that now. I ain't even finna wait. Let's do that now. Because it won't even take us that long. We can look at a few plays. So, all right, listen, bro. We got to be thorough. So, let me look at him at Pittsburgh and see if we see the same thing. So, I think this him right here. Let me see what kind of Pickens we see. No, that's not. What was his number? What was it? He was 14. Okay. This week 1. Okay, that's number 14. So I'm gonna just peep him out, see what we see. I ain't gonna watch everything, but I want to see if he's different. This one thing my boy Okoye does well. Okoye is very, very good at comparison films. That's what I love. That's what I love about Okoye, man. Okoye go get you some good ass thorough comparison work. That's where he kicks everybody ass on film. So this him right here. I'm just trying to see if he's different. Body language. I'm looking at all of that. I'm just trying to see. I couldn't really judge that too well. He does seem body language wise a little bit more enthusiastic. He said, I hate that, bro, because you know I like Pickens. Yeah, Rome in the house, man. OG. I like him too. And Rome, what it could be? It could be the environment. You see what I'm saying? It could be this political Dallas Cowboys environment. Let me say this because, Rome, my dog. I want to talk specifically to my dog. It could be this because all of us knew that Michael was going to be different. Rome, we all knew he wasn't going to be like the other people that was fighting for their money. All of us knew Michael ain't going to be like these other guys. That's a safe assumption with Pickens too. You feel me? That's a very safe assumption with Pickens that he's not going to be the guy that just kind of be like, oh, y'all finna favor CeeDee Lamb and target the hell out of him and ignore me? Cool. Team player. He ain't got that vibe. I'm just being all the way honest, bro. So you got to manage this a little bit different. This is one of those things to where you got to show both of those boys value, man. And to be honest, you got to make them both feel like, in my opinion, and I'm just talking about dealing with, and Rome says this a lot, the analysis of these dudes. You got to deal with that psychosis. You got, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you gotta make him feel that he's just as good as CeeDee Lamb, even if he not. But you also gotta put a carrot in front of him. In my opinion, you gotta, in my opinion, say, I'm going to do this, but I need to get this from you. I'm going to target you, but I need to see you block. Because the whole identity of this team is based on receivers. The whole identity of the team is receivers.
And you can be very physical as a football team and not just do it running the football. You can do it other ways, and not my statement, but somebody told me during the interview process as we were putting our staff together, they said the way that you can tell a physical football team is by looking at the smaller skill guys.
The smaller skill guys is how we supposed to check our post to say, are we physical? Not the offensive line, not the running backs, not the linebackers. If your small guys are blocking hard, that mean if they are winning people to Christ, that mean everybody's saved. If they done took the gospel of physicality as little guys, that mean it is spread throughout the whole village. But if you see the big receiver not physical, are they receiving the doctrine of physicality?
Oh, hell no.
And I love Rome, because Rome, he gonna always be definitely one of the best in our space, because he said, I gotta keep it real, bro. This is the film. This is the film, bro. But let me keep looking at him. I want to look at him just a little bit before we go on to the defense. It's him at the bottom. I just want to see. That energy look a lot different, y'all. Am I tripping? That intensity, it looks a lot different, bro. It does. Even the subtle energy. I think it's this environment, bro. Some of y'all hate Boss because I be telling the truth, man. He's still on that bullshit, though. He still ain't touching them corners. I miss George Pickens. That dude would come off the ball and just bust a corner in the mouth. Whatever happened to that dude? Yeah, I feel you, Rome, on James Houston. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. Donovan Ezeraku, he need to go and take a back seat to Houston right now. That young bull don't need to be getting the majority of the reps. James Houston need to take his snaps, just on pure playmaking. I mean, that's if Shotty truly about competition, bro. Because at this point, it's too obvious for us to ignore, and we need to say it. I know we all like those pretty moves that we were seeing in the offseason and training camp. That shit is not registering to the games, and it didn't register the preseason. Just keeping it real. It's not registering yet, and we got it because we trying to win. You got to play the best man, bro. You got to send a signal that you get rewarded here for playing good. Don't signal again that, hey, because you was drafted, we go play you. No, you need to send another signal. James Houston need to get more reps than Donovan Ezeraku. That's going to be what I'm talking about on Competition Tuesday when I do my show called Competition Tuesday. It's a lot of people that I'm going to be like, they need to switch some shit up. Blue need to play. We don't need to see Sanders. We saw Sanders. Okay, we know what that is. Now we need to see Blue now, bro. Competition. Shot it. We got to see it. So hold on real quick. I'm looking at Pickens. Is that him? Hold on. No, that wasn't him. I was looking at the wrong dude. Okay, this him right here. Yeah, that's where he had a problem crossing face. I remember I already looked at this before. And he corrected this toward the end of the season. This is where he struggled to get separation, because I was telling y'all and showing y'all that when you cross a corner's face, you want to beat him with your feet, not your hands. So when he used his hands right there, it allowed that corner to stay attached to him. See, it allowed that corner to stay attached to him right here. And so, because he used his hands right there, you see him using his hands. Later on in the season, he made the correction. He started using his feet. And then I showed a comparison of where Bateman, crossing a corner's face, used his feet, and he would get clear separation every time. But one thing that I see, and I don't know if y'all see it, I see a different energy when he is the guy. I'm just being real, y'all. I see a different energy when he's clearly the guy. I see a higher level of intensity. So if y'all want me to be honest, that does scream, that sends a message of diva-ish, selfish. And that's also typical of receivers. So now this is going to come down to the management of Brian Schottenheimer. And are you the type of guy that can change him and get the best out of him, even though you seeing the pouting and shit? So, all right. So now I want to look at my boy Solomon Thomas. I want to start with Solomon Thomas. Now, you know what? I don't know if y'all can handle this. Yeah, I want to look at Solomon Thomas. Because this is perfect. I want to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see how the 1-tech, 3-tech plan actually played out when I'm focused on it. And then Coach G said, selfish, yes, but a dominant personality. Yeah. And Coach, you got to manage these type of guys. You know, this is a test, in my opinion, of Brian's management. How do you manage? Let me just show y'all, man. So I always go by this book, y'all. I always refer y'all back to this every time with my boy John C. Maxwell. This is my go-to. This is what kind of formed my strategies when I'm dealing with multiple, what they call constituents, right? Multiple constituents. And one of the things he teaches in his book is that leaders are great at managing multiple constituents and their desires. You know, and you gotta be able to see, okay, he's wired like this, but I also have management that wants to push CD. How do I manage that to get the best result? That's a person that knows how to manage multiple constituents. And this is going to be a test on Brian Schottenheimer. Because if you showing deference to Jerry and Steven, who likely want that 88 to get the shine, you go probably cause number 3 to blow up. And you, in my opinion, got to know that. And you got to be willing to break some rules. You got to be willing to say, when Jerry and them having their personnel meetings, because remember, they have personnel meetings after the games. The GM and the VP of personnel, they meet with the coach on a weekly basis about personnel. What do you think that meeting is like? What do you think that meeting is like? Even if they think they're not aggressive, they're aggressive. Even if they think they just having a conversation, it's not just a conversation. So for instance, just imagine if you Brian Schottenheimer, right? And Jerry says, why did CeeDee Lamb not get the ball? See, to them, they're just asking the question. To Brian Schottenheimer, it's a message. See what I'm saying? So you, as the head coach, got to be able to peep it and then play it perfectly. Maybe lie. So, yeah. Well, in this particular game, we decided not to go with CeeDee Lamb because we felt like we had a better matchup with Pickens versus the nickel corner. So we didn't want to put that out on film and let a lot of people to get a tendency on us. We're going to go back to him. But we want to mix it up, Jerry. I don't want to definitely always make it a pattern to where CeeDee Lamb is consistently getting 10 and 12 targets. I want to sometimes switch that up so when people doing film on us, they don't know who to target. I just made that shit up. I just made it up. I'm going to give y'all a true story, bro, of this is honestly how you got to sometimes manage these situations. So when I was playing at the University of Houston, I had a coach who was hating on me. I felt like he was bought off. I swear. I felt like he was bought off. I felt like, because it made no sense why he was sabotaging me. I had a coach that was literally sabotaging me. True story. I can't stand him to this day. Because he played with my dream. He did. He played with my dream. I'm serious. I'm dead ass on this. Used to lie on me and everything. Lie on me. I ain't lying, bro. I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, bro. So I had this coach, and I suspected that he was paid off because he used to always favor another corner who used to get toasted. But it was a booster from that corner's hometown that was a big alum for the University of Houston and a big donor. And I have a feeling, this is my personal gut instinct, I think he got too aggressive trying to recruit this particular corner. That booster, they was doing, underground stuff where NIL wasn't, you couldn't do that, pay cash. You couldn't do that. It had to be above board. So I believe trying to recruit this guy, funnel some money to this guy. And then the booster, because he's from this guy's hometown, likely was putting that over the coach's head. Like, hey, shit, I got evidence that, bro. How you want to play this? Just keeping it real. Because see, I had a new coach named Donnie Henderson come in from Arizona. I love Donnie Henderson to this day because he was one of the realest coaches I've ever had. And so Donnie Henderson, the first day when he had a meeting with us, this is what he said. And I'm not exaggerating on nothing I'm saying. I'm telling the whole truth. Donnie Henderson said in, when he first had a meeting, he said, close the door. So we closed the door because we had our own meeting room. He said, hey, when I say close that door, he said, I'm going to tell y'all this first. Whatever I say, if it ever get out this side this room and I figure out it's you will never play for me. He said, that's number one. He said, so what I say in this room, it's going to stay in this room. And if I find it is you would not play for me. So we all like, yeah, cool. So he says, all right. He says, one of the coaches came to me about one of y'all. And he started trying to tell me about one of y'all. And he said, no, coach, no, don't tell me no more. I'm going to see for myself. I don't play that. That's what Coach Hen said to him. And I thought to myself, oh, shit, this dude talking about me, right? I was like, fuck, how am I going to play in this political ass shit? That's what I'm thinking to myself. Because I'm like, this Coach Bartell, right? Hating on me. So Then after the meeting, everything I'm telling you is true. I swear to God. So then after the meeting, we open the door. He said, everybody dismissed. So then we start headed to the locker room where we start putting on our cleats and shit. And then he said, and our, pads and stuff. And he said, Smith, come here. Like he was mad at me. And I turned around, mugged him like what, man? Like, bitch, I'm already going through a lot of bullshit, right? Because I was that type of dude. I turned around like, right? And this is what he said. He said, I watched the film. I know you a good player. You got some things to work on. We go correct it. But you're a good player. And I'm going to let you know. I know what's going on. Just like that. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, damn, he basically confirmed my suspicions. He said, I know what's going on. So, me, I was balling, doing my thing, right? So, it was political. Remember, it was political. So, what Coach Henderson did, he created a package for me to start in. He created a package. Like, this package fits him and his style. He just made it up so I could play. Right? So then Coach Bartell, the dude that I suspect was compromised, walked up to him and said, what's this package? He said, oh yeah, that's that package that fits Smith. We go try him out in that package. All right, coach? He said, all right, right? And so I'm sitting there looking like, yeah. I ain't wink, but in my mind I was like, yeah, right? So then when Coach Bartell walked off, and I was stretching, stretching. We stretching before practice, right? Everybody, they got us doing the uniform to the right, to the left. We all doing the uniform stretching, right? To the right, up, down, up. We doing all of that. We together, we doing it. And so as I'm doing that, Coach Henderson walked right over to me and get in my ear. And he say, I created that package for you. You better not fuck up. You better not fuck up. I created that package for you. You gotta handle up. And I swear, this is why I love Coach Henderson to this day. I love Coach. I swear I love this coach. I look right at Coach Henderson. I said, Coach, how the fuck do you think I'm gonna play good if you putting all this goddamn pressure on me? Just let me play. I got it. I told him just like that. And Coach looked at me. I love Coach Henderson. He looked at me. He started laughing. He said, yeah, you got it. And walked off. Why did I tell y'all that story? Because I got many stories like that. Because Coach was bucking authority creatively for what was best for the team. That's what Brian Schottenheimer is going to have to do. He's going to have to creatively get Pickens involved. He's going to have to, when he sensed that pressure of, why is CD not getting the targets? Why did he only have 6 targets this game? He going to have to do like my coach did. Oh yeah, we created a package for him. And then go to Pickens and be like, you got to ball out, man. Because if you don't ball out, you see what they trying to do. But listen, I believe in you, bro. Just go show it, bro. Because once you start balling, we going to have to keep getting you the ball. Just go make them plays. Right? You got to play it like that, bro. When it's multiple constituents, when you getting pressure from the top, when you get, I'm telling you, I've lived it, I've experienced it, and a lot of y'all experience it at corporate America. Some form of what I'm saying, a lot of y'all are experiencing this right now. Or have experienced this at some point in the past. Somewhere politically, you have been under fire with some BS, some good old boy stuff, and you had to figure out how to overcome it. Or you had a leader who believed in you that made room for you. So anyway, so that's the Pickens plans. Let's get to this film on Solomon. Oh, before we do that, I know at this point I ain't gonna get $1 from this. I ain't gonna get $1 damn from this. So when I do these film breakdowns, I don't get money. Okay. I might not even get the cash apps y'all been doing. So if you want, and this not putting no pressure on people, I'm just letting y'all know the best way to support is to chunk it in the cash app. But let's look at Solomon. And I'm finna switch the view up real quick. I gotta switch up the view because I want to look at it from the rear. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me fix it. But I gotta look at this. Listen, y'all, this is the type of work. And listen, yes, this is a longer film session. Yes, this is not where I cut up 10 plays to try to educate you on what I want you to see. When you doing it properly, I'm being honest with you, you gotta look at all of it. All right, so we got him, and he's actually definitely not playing a 1. He's playing a 3. So this particular play, we get to look at this package with Jay as well as Solomon, even though Solomon is the guy. Pretty good penetration by Jay. I do also like the turn and run by both guys. I like the pursuit by both guys. I like the fact that they are obviously coached to do that. So notice that, look at Solomon's effort is fucking excellent. Like Solomon on a pursuit and hustle on this particular play, I'm gonna give him a super plus. Jay, I'm gonna give him a plus as well, because obviously he is not as explosive as Solomon because he's a 3 and he's a 1, but you can see that he turned and run as soon as the ball. Oh, they say what's the cash app? Hold on, let me put it up. I'm gonna pin it, y'all. Let me put that in there. Y'all give me 1 second. I appreciate y'all support, man. Oh man. Let me pin it. All right. So the cash app at the top now. So I love that effort, honestly, by both the guys. So what I have it where every time I love it. Look at that. Woo, I love that effort by Solomon. Woo! I love it. Love it. Turned and ran. So this time, same thing. They got Solomon playing the 3. They got Jay playing the 1. The issue is this. This is much tougher competition now. This is where if they run the ball, we go see a test. This is what I want to see. What happens with him? Oh, shit. I told y'all, bro. See, when you go against Philly, bro, it's something called the laws of physics. It's something called the laws of physics. All right, let me look at Jay. Shit. Y'all want me to lie? I'm gonna keep going. All right. Same thing. 3, 1. All right, we got 3 and a 1. I love Solomon effort. I love his effort, bro. His effort is fantastic. That's one thing I see so far. He one of them tryhards. All right, this is the test. So you got Jay over the 1. You got Solomon at the 3, right? Let me see. And they running the ball. Okay, let me see what happened. I'm gonna look at Solomon first. All right. Not bad. That's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Now let me look at Jay. Looking at Jay. Let me see what happened to Jay. Jay got his ass. Jay got his Now this is what you want to see. This is the package you want to see. You got the jumbo package in here now. You got the both. You got Clark and Jay. But you have Clark playing the 3. You got Jay. Oh, okay. At the last minute, they shuffled it. All right, let me see. Shit. Oh, L. Clark took an L right there. Let me look at Jay now. See, neither one of them did nothing on that. So the linebackers made the play on this one. Let me see Jay. Let me see if he at least was able to hold up the. Hell nah. It was all right. Linebackers made the play. Linebackers made the play on that. Jay didn't get super kablukied on that though, but he was all right. He was okay on that. That's okay. I think I would get at a neutral. All right, let me get. This gonna be interesting. What you say, D.A. Lee? That boy said, "Take it easy on my back."
Take it easy on my back.
And see, this early too, D.A. Lee. So the later the game get, we gonna see what happened as the game get late. So this still the first. No, this the second quarter. All right. Solomon effort is. Man, I love his effort. Boy. I see why White Cotton wanted him. Let me look at Jay. Appreciate that Cash App, bro. I appreciate that Cash App. Appreciate everybody that's Cash Apping, man. I appreciate that. It goes a long way. See, that's not bad. See, some people say pressures don't matter. No, pressures do matter, because what he did is he got Hurts off his dime. You feel me? He put him in scramble drill. That's good. You just got to contain him. But Solomon by himself got him off his dime. That's a win for the defense, especially if you can contain him. So Solomon on a 3-tech is looking good so far. Jay, let me look at Jay. I love the hustle, man. For a big boy, they are definitely doing what they coach to do. They like, cause he big as hell, man. This dude, you know what I mean? But his motor is the same. He's slow as fuck. But he not speeding up, he not slowing down. That mean he's giving it all he had. He just 330 pounds. You ain't gonna see him running like the wind. That's good for a big boy. For a big boy, that's good. So far, I ain't mad. So now we in quarter 2. So yeah. So we'll see what happens as the game goes. All right, so I saw Solomon. Let me look at Jay. Stalemate. Yeah. Jay, I can already see Jay go run out of gas. He go definitely run out of gas. You got to give him very limited rotation. He's at the 1. He's at the 3. Not bad. Not bad by either one. Let me see. Let me go look at. I saw Solomon. Solomon was solid. Pretty good off the double. That is not bad. That is not bad on a double. And I'm going to say this. Even Mozzie, year 1, struggled on doubles. Year 1, Mozzie struggled on doubles. Year 2, Mozzie didn't. But this is not bad for year 1. That's decent. That's decent, bro. That's encouraging. That's very encouraging. So we in the second quarter with 6 minutes left. So the good thing is this rotation looks like it's keeping them fresh, because so far I'm not seeing them balls wearing out. And Solomon motor is excellent. Ooh, look at Solomon. That boy motor is excellent. He is the most try-hard dude in the fucking world. And once again, he pressures Hurts and gets him off his spot, it just was no containment. So he did his job, because you don't want him to just be sitting in the pocket. You want to get him off that square. And he did. Boom. He's off the square. So now you just got to get him down. I'm liking what I'm seeing at Solomon on the 3. Solomon on the 3 is looking nice so far. And to be honest, it's looking better than what I expected, to be honest. Jay. See, look, he running out of gas. Big boy. And it's just the second quarter. It's just the second quarter. See, you know, look, you doing jumping jacks. You trying, but look, he gassed. He done. He ain't even moved that far and he already gassed. Shit. I'm liking Solomon. But the thing is, we have not yet seen Solomon play the 1. The ultimate test is going to be when Solomon is at the 1 and they run at him. That's what you want to see. Because right now they playing Jay at the 1. They playing him at the 3. Got him off his square. That time it was Jay. Let me look. I think it was Jay that got him off his square. Pressures matter, y'all. Some people go tell you pressures don't matter. No, they matter. Because to see, if he sit in a pocket, he can just wait till somebody come open. Or if the route is based on his feet and timing, it allows him to stay in rhythm. So Jay was the one that time that got enough push to get him out that pocket. That's not bad by Jay. That's not bad. That's not bad by either one of them boys. Okay. All right. And I like it because they film going fast. Pickens took all day. Oh, shit. Hold on real quick. Oh, shit. So Solomon ain't playing the 1. He playing the 3. But let's see what happened right here. Ooh-wee. He lost that time. Ooh-wee. All right, so let me look at Jay. Not too bad, but you got to be able to get off that block and try to help. See, he doing a good job of holding. He ain't getting moved. He not really getting moved, but he ain't also helping either. That's not bad for a rookie to me. He didn't really give up hardly any ground on that, and that was a duo block. And I saw Mozzie losing on those as a rookie. Okay. But Solomon, he got his ass. Shit. They got Solomon up out of there. Let me look at, y'all saying look at 59. Let me see. Yeah, it look like Murray. I don't know his gap responsibility. See, that's why me and Toia, we doing a film session on Monday. We gonna be judging these linebackers. We gonna be judging the linebackers on Monday. We doing a full film session on just the linebackers. We gonna figure out who the best linebacker Monday. Solomon took a major L right there though. And that was from the 3. My boy say Mozzie would have been in a linebacker's lap. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go turn on the film of Mozzie from last year versus Philly, and we go see if that's true. We go see if that's true. We go see if that what you just said, John. We go see if that's true. I'm gonna show you. We go put on Mozzie tape from last year versus Philly. So far, Solomon has consistently played the 3. He has never played the 1 yet. So this 1 tech, 3 tech thing, it ain't happening. And let me look at Jay. That's not bad, man. Jay got some goddamn good push right there, man. That's some good ass push. He ain't able to really kind of get off and help. He ain't that athletic, but that's some damn good push. Damn, that's good push by Jay. Shit. Who's supposed to scrape off of him? See, that's why I need Okoye, man. Because Okoye, he go talk that linebacker good. Shit. I'm going to say this. Jay so far, looking good. Looking good. I will be glad to eat crow. Now, I'm going to need to see this for a while, though. All right, so it looked like they ran a stunt. No, that wasn't no stunt. Solomon just missed a tackle right there. You got to make that play. Pretty good effort, but you got to finish with making the play. Make the play right there. Get him down. If Solomon get him down, shit, that's a damn good play. If he would have got him on the ground, damn, that would have been a good play. He got up out the arms. All right, let me see. Okay. Now we got Clark and Solomon. Good job, Solomon. Look at my boy Houston. Look at my boy Houston. Look at my boy Houston. Let me see Houston. Oh, he tripped. I thought he slammed him. I was like, damn, you did that to Mulatto? My boy say Sanborn looking tackles. I ain't even looking at Sanborn. I'm looking at them boys. I'm gonna look at them linebackers Monday. I'm fully focused on these boys up front. One thing you can see, it's a major difference between Jay and Clark. It's a major difference. See, because when Kenny Clark is at the point of attack, he's able to get off a block. Notice, he get off the block and help. Jay, he's not going to be moved, but he ain't really getting beaten the block to go help make a tackle. Clark is. That's the major difference between the two, and you can see the athleticism. You can see the athleticism in Clark versus Jay. It's a different level of athleticism. It's almost like Jay just big and hard to move versus Clark is big and athletic. You can see it. Like when you looking at Jay and you look at it's night and day. You getting the same push, but you getting somebody that get off as well. Good job. Good job. Good job. See, this is the second half when they start getting after their ass. When they started to bring that blitz, it looked a whole lot better when they started to apply that blitz. This is actually so far way better than I expected. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Both Solomon and Jay. Both. Hold on. This is encouraging, bro. Yeah, I agree with you, Day Walker. This is not bad because, see, Day Walker hit the point of the chat. This is the #1 offensive line, y'all. It's not going to get harder than what they just did. This is the hardest they go face. Ooh, wait. See, because this the test. This is the test of Solomon. Now, I also know that Dickinson was hurt. Remember, he was playing through injuries. But this is Dickinson versus Solomon. I would bet usually that this is finna be a super L. in most circumstances, Solomon, just based on the laws of physics and just how naturally strong Dickerson is, I would have bet $1 million that Solomon was getting ready to get killed, and that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Maybe Dickerson playing through that pain wasn't himself, but this is encouraging. And not bad by Jay. Shit. Hey, listen, y'all, because if it was bad, I would say it. This is good. Hold on. Hold on. They played much better than I expected. Hold on real quick. All right, let me go to the next play. We're in the fourth quarter. That boy, Kenny Clark, God. Say, man, sometimes you can just look at a dude and be like, we gonna be okay. Sometimes you can just look at a dude. When he get off the bus, you just say, we all right. Say, man. Sometimes I can just look and be like, yeah, we all right. We okay. I don't even got to see you play. I just look at you. We all right. Oh, man. Damn, boy. We so good. Hey, y'all. This is way better than I expected. I'm being all the way honest. And we're in the fourth quarter now. We're in the fourth quarter. Damn. See, you got me curious now. What Tyrone Church just said. He said, I'm going to be honest. I think Solomon outplayed Osa. Oh, fuck, bro. See, now you making me curious because now I want to go turn on the film and see that. Hold on real quick. I ain't going to do it today, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys bonus. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to look at Mozzie. I'm going to look at Mozzie versus Philly last year. And I'm going to compare. Can we do that? Let's do that. Let's do that. This is Mozzie at the 1, so he's playing where Jay would be playing. Wait, before I do it, isn't that the fair thing to do? Isn't that what we should do? Shouldn't we take a look before we just be like he's trash and cut him? Shouldn't we evaluate versus the same competition? We saw a full game. Man, I don't know what's going on. I got a major delay. Let me go back to the film. Okay. All right, we got Mozzie. Pretty decent push. Ball came out quick. We got Mozzie at the 1. Yeah, I want to see that now, Tyrone Church. You gonna make me look at Osa. I'm gonna go look at Osa after this. Cause yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give y'all that overtime. Not bad. See, that's why you gotta watch the film, bro. This is not bad. Not bad by Osa. I mean by Mozzie at all. Okay. Harley got pushed. He ain't taking on no doubles yet, so we got to see what happens when they double him. All right. Now, keep in mind, this is the game. This is the game where Saquon was trying to get that 2,000 yards. So this is a tidal wave coming at Mozzie. This is a tidal wave. Because remember, this is when they were trying to get that 2,000 yards on this game. But so far, man, ain't nobody can knock Mozzie. You can't knock Mozzie based on what we seeing so far, bro. You can't. It ain't nothing y'all seeing that's saying that he getting blown out the ball. Ain't none of that shit. If you saying that, you lying. You're damn lying. See, that's why I watch film. I don't go with the crowd because a lot of people be a part of an angry ass mob. Most of us are part of a mob. We don't even know it. We just be repeating what we hear the most. Mozzie trash, Mozzie trash, Mozzie trash, Mozzie trash. And then you see the film, you don't see no trash. Be a bunch of fucking lies. It's quiet as hell in the chat. Because if Mozzie was playing bad, somebody would have said, oh, look, he got blown. You ain't said nothing yet. That's why we got to be careful, man. And I mean that. All of us got to be very careful that we just don't become a part of a blame type of culture where we just blame. We just, all we do is, if they say this, we repeat it like we really checked it out. And most people ain't checked it out. Most people are just repeating what they hear the most. Ain't none of y'all seeing no trash. Because I guarantee if it was trash, it would be loud in the chat. Ooh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Lee Cece. No, he hasn't even went backwards once. This is the same Philly. This is the same Philly. Except this Philly is actually healthier. Yeah, Daywalker, these boys, I don't even think they watch highlights, man. Daywalker say they watch highlights. They don't watch shit, Daywalker. They just go with what they hear the most. Most people just go with what they hear the most. We in quarter 2. Was that bad to y'all? Huh? Yeah, Daywalker, he doing. Now, people will tell you he's sorry. He sucked. That's what they'll tell you. And the chat is quiet as hell. It's not a peep. It's not one negative voice. We go on to quarter 3 and we ain't heard shit from all the people. Mozzie would have got blown off the ball. Mozzie would have, where the fuck is that then? See, that's what I be saying. And you know what be the worst part? Me and Okoye already did this. We was telling people, no, we watched the film. It's not true, y'all. No. Oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Mozzie trash. We watched it, bro. You can go watch my film, bro. You can go watch it, bro. And I'm being fair. I turned on Jay, then I turned on Mozzie. We looking at them dudes side by side. And Mozzie is playing against a fresher Philly in terms of health. Jay went against an injured Dickinson. This is with Becton. Becton is a better guard. So, and I'm gonna just be honest. If we was true people of integrity, bruh, if we was true people of integrity, it should be people in the chat saying, damn, Mozzie ain't like I thought. But you know what we doing? We sitting here quiet, waiting on a bad play. And you ain't gonna even see it. Saquon had to get up out that hole. Saquon had to get up out that hole because guess what? Mozzie plugged that shit. What did Saquon do right there? What did he do? I thought Mozzie was gonna get pushed back. I don't see that. This is exactly why I say I don't go with the crowd. I do my own homework and then I say what I see. This is why me and Okoye was saying year 2 Mozzie was not bad except for the first 3 games. And he really wasn't even bad then. It was a few plays. It wasn't a lot of plays. It was literally like 3. Literally like 3. 3 out of the first 3 games. I know that because I was doing a film breakdown on stopping the run. And that's why I said when I saw somebody say Mozzie would have got pushed back, I said, well, let's turn on the film and see if this is true. It looked like it's not true. Man, something going on, man. My stuff is acting real glitchy. My stuff is acting up, bro. I already gave y'all bonus anyway, so y'all got the bonus. So y'all got bonus content. Y'all got way more than what I said I was gonna do. But I like Tyrone Shell's question. He said, but doesn't that say something about the decision to deactivate him by coaches? I think it does. I think it does say something. And I'm going to tell you what I think it says. It tells me, and this is the pattern that I think I'm starting to see with this year. And I want y'all to hear me out, okay? This is the pattern that I believe I'm seeing this year. The pattern that I'm seeing is that we kind of have a reverse form of our guys. This is what I mean. The our guys this time are who the coaches prefer, not who front office prefer. It's our guys, but it's actually this time based on who the coaches want. So if you go look at White Cotton and go look at who made the team, it was previous guys that played for him with the Jets. It was likely White Cotton that drafted Jay. So who's Jay's sponsor? White Cotton. Did White Cotton have anything to do with Mozzie? No. So it goes back to likely some form of politics. I'm going to give you another example to where I think I'm seeing that pattern. Sanborn versus Maurice Luafau. That's exactly where because Brian Schottenheimer said Maurice Luafau is earning his way. And I asked the question on Twitter, and a lot of people been liking and sharing the hell out. I said, when did Sanborn earn it? Can somebody answer that question? When did Sanborn earn the right to be our middle linebacker? What did he do in Chicago that made it to where he was just guaranteed the middle linebacker spot here? Why was he bubble wrapped preseason game 1 as if he didn't need to put some tape out there to confirm that he was the appropriate middle linebacker? And I'm not trying to hear nothing about, well, he's come from Eberflus system. Listen, y'all, I remember what Zimmer said about Luafau. He said he's one of the smartest players he's ever met. Y'all don't remember Zimmer saying that? Y'all don't remember how many positions Morris played at Notre Dame? Notre Dame, he played all over the field at Notre Dame. You can't do that unless you're highly intelligent. You can't go play all the linebacker spots, strong safety, get in a nickel, and do everything that he was doing unless you're. And what Zimmer said last year, Zimmer said, I could see Maurice Luafau easily being our green dot. He was talking about his level of intelligence. This is exactly why Okoye, me, and maybe some other people, because I'm trying to probably get Amp, because Amp played linebacker. I played corner. So I'm not going to cap like I the linebacker expert. The only thing I'm going to probably be good at when I'm looking at linebacker is judging athleticism. I'm being honest. I'm not going to be the best at judging assignment and proper gaps and proper reads and reading keys. I'm not going to be the best at that. So what you do is you say, and I called Okoye today. I say, hey, bro, we need to double team this linebacker, bro. We need to go to the film. We need to look at every one of them. And we need to look at the assignments and the playmaking and the athleticism. And we go come out that film and we go rank them dudes. And Okoye, you know him. He like, let's do it. So I hit up Amp today because he played linebacker. So I'm trying to get him on the show as well. So we gonna have a full perspective of people who played it and people that, to me, have honest eyes. People that really say what the film says, not what's popular. Because right now, Sanborn is popular. But what's slowly starting to come out, and you're starting to hear a lot of us say, because we not blind, he's also very unathletic. And we got to really get to the bottom of this, bro. Because just like my boy Lou always said, I ain't got no agendas. I ain't got no favorites. I'm not finna slam Mozzie if the film said that he wasn't what y'all saying he is. And we've been telling y'all the film is not saying what y'all said. Y'all was saying he was trash, but the whole time y'all was quiet as I had his film on. The whole time. And I didn't do clips. What's up, Star? I ain't do clips. I let it play. I basically put in the queue every time Mozzie's on the field. Let's look at each play. And literally the entire time, it wasn't a peep or a negative comment about Mozzie. That tells you that most of us are believing rumors over evidence. But what I'm explaining is that I do believe that I'm starting to see a pattern of our guys in reverse. It's our guys, but it's coming from the coaches. And This is the problem that I see coming. I want y'all to hear me out on what I'm saying. You will get your most rope from Jerry and Steven in year one. In year one, this is where Jerry and Steven will say, okay. And they'll let it play out. And what'll happen is, if you get some of them, your guys wrong, by year two of Brian Schottenheimer, you go get a heavier hand of Jerry and Steven influence. Year one, for instance, they was like, oh, you want Mike Nolan, Mike McCarthy? Okay. That shit better work. Because that's your guy. And when it didn't work, who went out there and hired Dan Quinn? Was it Mike McCarthy or was it Jerry and Steven? It was Jerry and Steven. Jerry and Stevens then started to put their hand in it because you got one of your guys wrong. Brian, you better play this right. Because if you over here basically pushing out Mozzie because White Cotton want his guy Jay and he want his guy Solomon, Solomon was straight in that 3-tech. He's straight. I want to look at Osa now. Do y'all mind looking at Osa? Do y'all got enough stomach to go through some more film? Tyrone Church got me want to look at Osa now. I'm finna look at Osa. I know this has been a very long film session, but listen, man, after I come out of film like this, it gives me a clear head when I talk about competition Tuesday, because my analysis will be based on film. My analysis and my judgment will be based on evidence of what we all saw. And this is the difference between me and a lot of people. And Okoye does it like this too. We put our shit in the public. We don't watch film and then come tell y'all, hey, I watched the film, believe me. We don't do it like that. We turn on the film in front of y'all and we let that thing speak. So y'all saying y'all with it, so let's do it. I knew y'all was some soldiers. Let's do it. That's why y'all executives. Because guess what? This is why I gotta look at this now. Cause if I'm gonna put it like this, if Osa is not looking as good as Solomon, guess what Boss gonna start pushing for? Solomon. See, ooh, and they got Osa playing at the 1 though. See, Solomon never played at the 1. So here we go. Let me look at Osa. And Osa in there with Clark. We will just let this thing run. And then, hey, at Star, they say Mozzie getting pushed out because he doesn't fit the scheme. I'm not sure if I'm fully buying that, to be honest, Star. I'm not fully sold on that, even though that's what's being said, and Greg Ellis said that. I think Mozzie definitely looks like he's a much better athlete than Jay, and I think you'll get better than just somebody who's just a bucket of dirt. Because Jay is more so like a bucket of dirt. He's not getting moved, but he also not beating the block to make a play. You go probably get more than that with a year 3 Mozzie. I think it's some of that sponsorship shit. Just keeping it real. They got Mozzie at the 1 again. And that was not bad at all. Cause he going against Dickerson, shit, and a duo, and get up off that shit. Man, Mozzie looking all right, man. Solid. So far, I'm gonna say this. So far from the first 2 plays, no, Solomon is not Osa. Because he has a tougher assignment too, just keeping it real. He's at the 1, which is low-key crazy. Why do you have Clark at the 3 and Osa at the 1? You could also see a different level of quickness in Osa. I'm just keeping it real. Based on this is what my eyes are seeing. I see a whole nother level of quickness. I did love Solomon effort, but Osa has a tougher assignment and the matchup consistently against Philly's best. Just keeping it real. But I'm still gonna look. I'm still looking. I'm still, we go let it play. We already halfway through the first quarter. So we saw this play earlier. I didn't know Osa was in here. So Osa, where is Osa? They got him playing. Damn, they had him playing at the 9. Shit, that's different. I like that. Osa look quick. Let's go, Osa. Look at what. Look, they got. Damn, I didn't know they did that. Damn, they put that. Oh, okay. I was finna say. Star say, yeah, boss, it's politics against him. He's the player that he's been politically undressed. Yeah. But yet Tobit and Ferg not a peep. Yep. I agree. Man, shit. That boy Osa, man, I'm liking this. Even though he ain't made no plays yet, man, that boy quickness is different. They just got to contain Hurts. Okay. I'm giving y'all bonus, man. I would sure appreciate this because I'm rocking with y'all. If anybody want to throw a love offering in there, I greatly appreciate it, man. I just want to close the doors and open up the church to the offering plate. Not bad off the double. Not bad. Also look like he looking much better. Not bad considering his size on the double. So, yeah, I would appreciate that, y'all, man. This has been a very long film session. I think it's been very thorough, though. We've answered a lot of questions that's like, we looked at Pickens. We compared Mozzie to Jay. That's bonus. Now we looking at Osa. That's bonus. Because we trying to be thorough. We trying to really, if we go have a discussion about competition and who should play, we doing a better job really looking at these guys, and we looking at them with no bias. These are not clips. These are, see, shit. Also fucking definitely did his job right there. Great penetration. Great penetration by Osa. Look at that. Damn. Fowler, we just needed you to make that play right there. And that's also where Saquon is special. He is special. His ability to make people miss in short space is different. You see what I'm saying? He is different. But you got to make that play, Fowler. I would say this was a bad game by Fowler. You got to make it up. You got to make it up, Fowler. You know. And like I said, I give everybody one bad game. Everybody. This was yours, Fowler. You should have hit him in the backfield because Osa did a fantastic job of penetrating. And I will say this, at this point, no, Solomon is so far not better than Osa. I say Osa is better than Solomon. But Solomon is very good rotation. I will say that. Now they got Osa at the 3 and they got Clark at the 1. So I would say this. The one thing that we also seen with Osa that we didn't see with Solomon is versatility. We saw Osa play the 1 and the 3. We saw Solomon only play the 3. So now Osa is playing the 3. And Osa is actually having a better game than what I thought too. Matter of fact, just really kind of focusing and locking in on these dudes, the DTs all together played well against the number one offensive line. The DTs all together, based on what I'm seeing so far, this is so damn encouraging, bro. Look at Osa again. Oh hell, man, take it easy on my back. Take it easy on my back. Oh man, this damn Osa. Ooh. Take it easy on my back. Mr. Nasty.
Oh, Mr. Nasty.
Boy, that put Osa out there doing this damn thing. Look at Osa knife these boys. And he's at the 1. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Nasty.
Oh, Mr. Nasty.
Listen, y'all. It looked like we gonna be okay. If these dudes can maintain this for the duration of the season, we're going to be okay. My boy say, look at Easy as a Raku. Yeah, man, I've been doing this too long, bro. I've been in here. Let me check my Cash App first. Because if y'all paying good, that's going to give me some more energy. I do film all day. Hold on. If y'all go, if this Cash App look right, I will. I'll look at Easy. Hold on real quick. Let me go look at it. It's looking pretty good. Yep. Pretty good. Y'all have done better, but it's good. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at this. You know, a little $80. And if y'all would have put them Cash Apps in there, because y'all, not the Cash Apps, if y'all would have put the Super Chats in this instead of doing the Cash App, it would have been way better. I'll take some requests. I'll look at Donovan as a Raku. Man, I'm tired, bro. I'll do that tomorrow. Put it like this. I'll come back tomorrow. We'll do it. Yeah, let me just do that tomorrow, y'all. I'm going to keep my word on that, too. I'm going to pop up, and we going to do Donovan as a Raku tomorrow. I want to finish Osa, though. We already in the third quarter, so we doing good. And I appreciate y'all, man. That's a very decent amount. $80, not bad. Y'all done a lot more before, but I'm happy for that. That's cool. I'll be content with that. That's cool. I'm gonna come back tomorrow though. We gonna do Donovan as a Raku. And then what I do tomorrow, this is what I do tomorrow. Because I basically said who I wanted to see today. What I'm gonna do tomorrow is I'm gonna pull up who y'all want to see. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So if y'all over here like, yeah, let's look at Tolbert, I'm gonna say, all right, let's look at some fucking Tolbert. That wasn't even though I do not want to look at Tolbert. I don't think it make no sense to be looking at a number 4 receiver. I'm just being honest. It don't make no sense to me to be looking at a number 4, just to be honest. Like, I don't even want to put my time on that, to be honest. Also looking good, y'all. See, because a lot of people tell you that pressures don't matter. No, pressures do matter because it's important for you to get him off. They call that getting him off his square, okay? You never want a quarterback to be able to sit in a clean pocket. So when you chase him out the pocket like that, that turns it into a scramble drill. And look, it disrupts the play. And that was done by who also? So when you hear people say pressures don't matter, you got to count the disruption that comes from pressures. If you make a quarterback have to roll out and then throw it away, that's a win for the defense. And that was done on the disruption of Osa. Pressures do matter, y'all. Now, you know, a lot of people think the only thing that matters is a sack. No, it's the disruption. It's getting in that. And for the people that say we needed Michael Parsons because, you know, we needed somebody that'll be able to chase down Hurts. You don't see what Sam Williams did right here? You don't see Sam Williams chasing his ass? You don't see the speed of Sam Williams right there? I'm gonna tell y'all something on this Michael Parsons stuff. A lot of people go use Michael Parsons all year to make it seem like we ain't got no defense. It's one thing to know that Michael Parsons is a good player. It's another thing for people to try to use Michael Parsons to try to make us feel like we ain't shit. And that's what a lot of people low-key doing. They trying to make it seem like this good performance we just put on wasn't shit. And what did Saquon even get? Like, Saquon ain't even do shit, man. That dude was judged the number one dude in the league, and he ain't do a damn thing. And now that we looking at this shit up close, ain't no way you can tell me that our DTs look bad. You cannot tell me that our DTs look bad. Now that I done looked at all of them, because now I done looked at all of them. I done looked at Solomon, I done looked at Osa, I done looked at... The only one that I haven't put in there is Clark, because we already know Clark did his thing. And I ain't gonna let these cats, because Micah gone, try to make it seem like we ain't got shit. Nah. And then, let's just use our common sense too, bro. Let's just use our common sense. How many sacks you go get on a rush on a quarterback that's not even a quarterback? He's a quarter running back. Can I say that again? How many sacks you go get on a guy that his top attribute this game was being a quarter running back? Now, let's see them versus a true pocket passer. Then we could judge their pass rush ability. So we got to be careful, man, because what a lot of people try to do is try to make our team and our defense look like they ain't shit when actually they play good. Just Philly is just a type of offense that's just very boring, and they okay with that. They go methodically just take the gains. That's what they are. They go just methodically take small gains. Most offenses are not run like that. Hurts threw one ball downfield. But most of it was, oh, they covered up. Let me use my legs to get out the pocket and move the chains. That was literally most of what Hurts was doing. So we can't let people try to make us, because that's what they trying to do. Now they making up a whole lot of other shit. You know, Jerry Jones really didn't want Micah. Yes, he did. He just wanted him at his price. If Micah would have took that price that they talked about in March, Micah Parsons would have been on the squad. Hey, y'all, also look good, bro. Also looks better and much better than I expected. I almost want to cut this. I almost want to cut it because I've seen enough. I trust it now. At this point, I've seen also play the 1 and the 3. I'm almost certain he go finish well because I know the defense finished well. So, just keeping it real, we looking good, y'all. And I also have a feeling, let me tell you, I got a feeling we gonna beat the dog shit out some teams, bro. What did I just say? And this ain't even because Philly was the Super Bowl champs. No, I'm being honest, bro. I really do see this, and I'm not drinking Kool-Aid unless it's measured. I ain't hit this button in a while. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. stand by what I just said. I stand by what I just said. If you look at the foundation of what we have, so just keep in mind. Ooh, I wish Diggs would have made that damn tackle right there. Damn, ooh, with all my heart, I wanted Diggs to make that tackle. Because so many people been hating on him, bro. I wanted him, boy, because that would have been such a pivotal tackle. I wanted him to make this damn, they blitz my boy. Damn! And just, listen, y'all, we got to give Hurts some credit, too. Hurts is super cold in that pocket, bro. He is paused and cool. He feels pressure like Romo, bro. Y'all remember how Romo was dope? That's how Hurts is, bro. Dog, most cats would have got super sack right here, bro. Look at Hurts hit that dude with a subtle move. You got to give Hurts credit, bro. He ain't just real active with his arm, but he is smooth in that pocket, bro. And very smart with the football. Threw it away, knew where his outlet was. Dog, that dude, say, bro, Hurts ain't got the most arm talent, but he got a lot of intelligence, bro. See, I ain't like them Philly dudes. Them Philly hoe ass dudes, they be hating on Dak. Nah, I can give Hurts credit. Because 9 out of 10 times, most quarterbacks would have got sacked right there. That was a perfectly timed blitz. Boy, I sure wish, boy, if Diggs would have got that, boy, I swear, because I want so many people to have to eat all kind of crow on Diggs, because it was way too much dick eating going on against him, man. It was a whole lot of hating on their own dude. I can't stand so many Cowboy fans. We got the most toxic ass fans in the world. Dude literally came back early. You got goofy ass dudes when he get a haircut. But let me go back to what I was saying. Talking about this measure Kool-Aid. If you look at the foundation. So one of the major foundation parts is what just happened right there, Diggs. So Diggs foundationally, let me just put the camera on me and explain this. Diggs foundationally was just thrown out there, y'all. He ain't had no training camp. And he was just thrown out there. Okay. So was Tyler Guyton. That likely says they not even truly in game shape yet. So within the next 2 to 3 to 4 games, you gonna really start seeing a true Diggs and you gonna start seeing a true Tyler Guyton. Now, that's what I mean by foundational. Another thing that we saw is we saw our offensive line using so many of Clayton Adams' concepts that we saw in Arizona. So now you have a way more athletic offensive line, right? But with concepts that had Arizona going crazy on the ground. So you already know, on top of that, our offensive line didn't even have a bunch of reps in preseason, so they haven't even gelled yet. So what's going to also happen with them over time as we continue to play, our offensive line go get better at them run concepts and they go get better at pass pro, which means you go see Dak in cleaner pockets likely by week 4, week 5. You go see Dak just sitting back like. This Dak was improvising. You know, Dak is very cold at improvising. Wait till you see Dak just sitting back, patting the ball. What you think that's going to be like? That's number 2. Number 3, why I say the foundation is so good for us to be like super cold, bro. We just witnessed our D-line play really, really good against the number 1 offensive line and the number 1 running back and the number 1 guy that the players themselves voted as the number 1 guy. You also have Elam with Bland with Diggs. We also, if competition is real, we should see some future shakeups that's going to make us better. Like Morris Lewis-Fowl. potentially Blue, right? Blue might get out there, and then we say, all right, Sanders, bye. Meaning what? We have upside. That boy CD yesterday went to the facility, and all he did was catch on the jug machine. So we ain't gonna likely see what we saw with CD probably for the rest of the season. So your Dallas Cowboys, foundationally, they look solid. The most important thing is we're gonna have to get Jerry and them out the way. That's the most important thing, is Jerry and them gonna have to get out the way. So I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. It's your boy Boss Cowboy Sports. Gave you a very long, but I think a very thorough film session. But we also have solutions for what we discussed. My solution for Pickens: get him involved. I have a feeling that he's sensing the politics. Who is KD? Who is KD? I think I know this dude. Is this the KD from Real Deal Sports Talk? I'm gonna wait till you answer. Nah, this can't be him. Just somebody. Don't kick him out, y'all. He's somebody trying to troll. KD, what's your team, bro? What's your team? You better not say the Texans. KD, you came in here trolling. Don't run now. What's your team? You're looking like a scary ass boy. Because I asked you your team, and then you said the Texans. You said, nah. Tell me your team. While you on our dick. Steelers. Fuck out of here. You ain't no fucking Steeler, you lying ass. Everybody that like to hate on Dallas, ain't no real Steeler ever go hate on Dallas, bro. That's how I know you're not a Steeler. You just like that old whack ass Stephen A. Stephen A say Steelers when you ask him that, because he like to pick the team with the most Super Bowls. That's what hate ass do. You probably a Texan fan, bro. Because see, I know Steelers. Real Steelers, they don't act like you, bro. Real Steelers, they don't come in trolling because they already hold their head up. Only insecure people come in like you, bro. See, that's like a Cowboy fan going to a Philly chat and hating on them. Why would we do that when we already got way more rings than them? I guarantee this dude KD is not no Steeler fan, bro. I guarantee you that. This dude is some other weak ass team. You know. So. And I say this, if you're a Steeler, the last time you faced us, we whooped y'all ass in the Super Bowl. And beat the dog shit out y'all funk ass. Talking about good luck with Pickens. All right. Yeah. And boy said, boss, hold up. You know who that is? Nah. I was hoping it was that dude, KD. If it was this other dude named KD, boy, y'all was finna see something very funny. I wanted him to say, oh yeah, that's me. Ooh, I wanted him to say that. I was finna give y'all some fantastic content. Y'all was finna see some fantastic ass content. If he would have said, yeah, that's me. So anyway, now your foundation look good. Your foundation look good. But we gonna have to keep our own Pickens. That's the one. That's the risky one out of this whole film breakdown. So I will be back tomorrow. I will do more content. I will do more content, and this time we go look at Donovan Ezeraku. But I'm gonna say this, based on what I saw with Donovan Ezeraku, I don't see how anybody that's really for the Dallas Cowboys being their best. I don't see how anybody is for the Dallas Cowboys being their best, thinking that he should have more reps than James Houston. So I appreciate everybody that put in the Cash App. If you want to drop something, I appreciate that as I get up out of here. And let's remember to push this out there, man. Spam Pickens. We want to get that going. We want to pressure front office because we don't want that to go crazy. We don't want that to go crazy. So, man, y'all take it easy, man. I love y'all. Till tomorrow where we go do more and we go talk more ball. I'm out.